Remember, I said I came down here to check niggas in the whole nine, especially you, son.
Oh, fuck up. Before I start this, make sure I got my shit. Okay. M.L.E in the building. Vomit Lloyd, what's up, bro? Oh, man. This whole library be about stat pattern. Just so people could get a clear understanding of the difference. Which it ain't no difference in one player stat pattern to another player stat pattern. Because every player stat patterns. Now, everybody got a preference of who they like, who they accept stat pattern from. People say LeBron James stat pattern. Name me one player that don't stat pattern. It's going to be hard to find one player that doesn't stat pad or never stat pattern in their whole career. You even got rookie stat pattern. Rookies get in that garbage time. First thing they be thinking about is getting in the books. That's a stat. They trying to get in the books. That's a stat. Why is you worried about getting in the books if you ain't worried about your stats? That's part of stat pattern. I got a video on my Kwame Brown Nose Everybody Loves LeBron James video, episode 1. I ain't finished it yet, but I got a clip of Kobe, the announcer even saying Kobe getting in during garbage minutes to get a 50-point game in garbage time. And they lost. But he was in there in garbage minutes to get that 50. Is that not that bad? You could Google Michael Jordan stat pad. And an article from 1980 something going to pop up. It's 2 of them actually, but the one I'm talking about when he started, they push him to the point guard. And he used to go back to the bench. They tell him, you need 4 more of this, you need 3 more of this. If anybody ain't seen the article. He talking about you need 4 more assists, 4 more rebounds. He say, well, if they don't know, they don't believe that I'm a complete player by now, they won't ever believe it, or whatever. Something to that extent. Always checking the scores, stats and all that. Going to the scores table, always checking the stats. Is that not stat pattern? So basically, it's just accepted from certain players. Which makes me think like, all right, what's the difference with LeBron and the rest of the players when it comes to stat pattern? I ain't talking about style of play, killer instinct, all this other shit y'all want to bring into a equation. Just stat pattern. When Shaq, he said it himself, he used to miss the ball on purpose, wide open layup sometimes. He used to miss on purpose and just to tap it back and forth just to get a couple of rebounds real quick. Is that not stat pattern? He said that's an old trick that all the centers know this trick. Tap the ball off the rim a couple times just to get a couple rebounds. The stat pad. So why is it a double standard when LeBron James do it? How was that? Even Kobe 81-point game. You think he wasn't checking the stats? The coach told him right before the game, for us to win, you got to score 81. These Kobe words, not mine. It's Kobe words. And he said it wasn't nothing anybody was going to do to stop me. There's even a clip of, I got this clip too. One of the coaches on the bench goes to Kobe when he sat down and says, "You need 3 more points to pass Wilt on an all-time list as far as most points in one game for the franchise, as far as the Lakers." Elgin Baylor was at the top, 70-something. Kobe had 64 at the time. Wilt had 66. He told him I needed 3 more points to pass him. And Kobe chucked up 3 more points. Is that not stat bad? What you worried about passing Wilt for if you're not stat bad? It's part of the game. Steph, stat pad, especially when he knew he's ready to break. Was it Reggie? Reggie knows. Yeah, it was Reggie first. Ray Allen, then Reggie. When he was breaking Reggie record, he was going for it. He was chucking up more threes, even late in the game. And the game was actually over. They already won. He's still chucking because he's trying to break the record. Is that not stat bad? That's a stat too. So I just want to know who the ones with the problem with stat pad. Because I see it's only cool for certain players to do it. Everybody hate when Russell Westbrook stat pad. Nobody cared about it until he got to the Lakers. Nobody talked much about Westbrook's stat pad until he got on the team with LeBron. Until he came to the Lakers. KD stat pad, Harden stat pad. So why they don't get the same scrutiny, the same criticism? And I ain't gonna lie, shit, I'm a rookie, and if I'm getting in garbage time, I'm trying to score. Anybody who play basketball, they know, nigga, I'm trying to get in the books. I'm gonna go score. So if a stat pattern didn't matter, you wouldn't even be worried about getting in the books. Game over. It's garbage time. Blue Boat Sports, what's up, bro? And here getting into this stat pattern thing. Dudes making a big deal out of stat pattern like every player don't stat pad. You can't find one player that didn't stat pad. And then out their own mouths, they say they stat padding. Like I just said about Shaquille, about Shaq. Dude was literally missing the layup on purpose just to tap the ball off the rim to get a couple rebounds. Philip Reinhardt, what's up, bro? Yeah, it's a hypocrisy. It's just because you don't like one player, whatever you allowed with another player doesn't apply to another player. That doesn't even make sense. It's all basketball. What's the point of hating? Y'all don't want him to get the stats. I know what it is. They don't want they don't want dude to get that record. So if he in the game and he scoring, even if he's scoring late in the game, garbage time, whatever, y'all don't want him to get that record. That's what that's about. Because if y'all allow Kobe to do it, there's plenty of games where Kobe did it. Lots of games where MJ did it. Yep, you play into that final whistle. See, like I was saying earlier, if LeBron out there scoring, or he's chucking up too many shots, he won't pass the ball. That's why we lost, or that's why we losing, or even if we win, LeBron was being selfish and trying to stat pad That's why he kept shooting so much. Then if he passing the ball, they say too passive. He need to just go ahead and shoot the ball. You can't win. And when he passing the ball, you're like, oh, you got turnovers and stuff like that. That's what happens when you're a point guard. Y'all get they get turnovers. They pass the ball a lot. You're gonna get some turnovers. Even with the what's his name, Reed, playing defense on him. Now he didn't steal a ball. He didn't block a shot. He got a shot clock violation, which they didn't even review the shot. He actually got shot off before the clock went out, but it was a shot clock violation. It was ruled shot clock violation. Okay. How many times LeBron got a shot clock violation? It was more than just that one time. And another player was the reason why he got that shot clock violation in a different game. So why was people putting emphasis on this one? Exactly. Kobe passed Mike on an all-time stat, on an all-time list, on an all-time scoring list. Yeah, he was stat pat. Of course. You think they don't know about that before they go into the game? Yeah, I need X amount of points to pass such on the all-time list. This is what they live for. It's their job. It's their life. They love the game. They historians. Like, this is what they do. What's the problem? I don't understand that. But Duke can't win with that type of mentality. But it comes from the haters, so I really don't pay them no mind. But it's just getting out of hand. Like, that's why I would say you to go. Because when you hold a player to standards that your so-called GOAT is not even held to, what does that make this player? This dude got to do stuff that your so-called GOAT was never held to. Like, y'all never said he had to do this and do that, do this and do that. Y'all never did that. He scored, he don't pass enough. He pass, he don't score enough. Like, I never heard this before. MJ was a scorer. He was a ball hog. Nobody complained he won. Even when he lost, nobody complained. They bragged about, oh, he had 63. Oh, he tried 50. He had 34. They bragged about it. Yeah, this is the time to try to attack him. Yeah, I got I'm putting something up about that too. Like, yo, you wait till this man 37. Like, finally, we got his ass. And he still got MVP numbers. How you let a 37-year-old get up in the top scoring, top leading scorers for this year? Oh yeah, I know who they is. I'm on a helmet. I'm editing videos already. I've been editing videos past couple days. I got the first 5 on Everybody Loves LeBron James because they love him. But I definitely want to get this fucking goofy nigga Kwame Brown noser. He crying too much. He run around all day talking about he alpha and all this stuff and just keep crying about people saying you're a bust. Nigga, you're a bust, just own it. I was looking at something he talking about the trade with Gasol, talking about he didn't get traded for Gasol. It was other players in the trade. You just made yourself look worse. Cause you could have spent that like, yeah, they traded me for Gasol. That means I was something. But you got traded in a package deal with like 4 other players that made yourself look even worse. That was stupid. Yep, yeah, exactly. I got it. They the ones I got. I'm on their ass. I'm editing the videos right now. All 5 of them. I forgot somebody brought uh the other dude to my attention, so I went and checked him out. Like, yeah, I do remember seeing him before. I got him. Them dudes the worst, man. Like, you spend your whole life just trying to down a man, and then you talk about being for black people and uplifting black people, but tear down one every night. And then proud of it too. And I done heard her do it on his joint a couple times. Like, man, we talk about this dude every night. Like, y'all proud of that? I don't know who Mookie is. I don't know who Mookie is though. But I heard when he said dude was stat pad, and I was just like, hold up. No, first of all, a lot of MJ fans don't even know he did a lot of stat padding. And there's hella evidence around, but definitely a Kobe fan. Any Kobe fan knows that Kobe was a stat padder. Exactly. He a role player and all this other shit, but y'all talk about this role player every night. He must be something. He on it. He on all the social medias, everybody platform. He on all the mainstream media. Like, this is a hell of a role player. He on everybody platforms. So he must be something. But the thing about stat packing is everybody does it, even down to the rookies. Like I just said, the rookies get in the game garbage time and they trying to get in the book. Look at Bazemore. He chucking. Soon as he get the ball, he ain't even thinking about passing. He just shoot the ball. Exactly. He definitely shot more than LeBron. He shot more than all the top superstars, for as greatest of all times. He shot more than all of them. Got more field goal attempts than all of them, and shot a less efficient game. But they badmouth people for having a insufficient game and say, oh, the player was shutting them down. But Kobe damn near have one every night and leave away with his numbers. As long as the player get his numbers, you didn't shut him down. Yeah, you just made him work harder. How's that shutting you down? That just means any other night it's easy. He just made me work tonight. I respect this guy's defense, but I'ma still get mines. Just like when Devin Booker, he had an insufficient game when who Pat Bev was on him or something, or Holiday, and he still left with 20 something points. I'm like, he still got his average. How did he shut him down? Oh, he ain't got the Mamba mentality. Nigga, that is the Mamba mentality. He was chucking. Definitely. Oh yeah. See, they don't know it though. That's why they ain't gonna mention it. They don't know. And look, David Robinson, that's one of the players that Shaq looked up to. So who you think Shaq got it from? All of them stat pad. Like you can see players, like if you pay attention to it now, you'll see when they be missing those, you be like, how he missed that easy layup, but he get his own rebound and just tap it off the glass, probably miss again and then make the next one. He just racking up some rebounds real quick. No bullshit, Brian. He stat patting and win 4 chips by mistake. The thing that hurt a lot of them, because they Lakers fans, is that he won a chip for LA. But they was praying to God he ain't win that chip. They was going with every teams that they don't even like, riding with players they don't even like. You're a Clipper fan, you're a Portland fan, you're a Rockets fan, you're a Miami Heat fan. Nigga, you hated the Heat since LeBron went there. Now all of a sudden you're a Heat fan. What the fuck? Now, dude, trying to jump on the Cavaliers bandwagon. They stat padded his last game. He went out there, went for 60. Shaq that challenged him to get 50. He went for 60. He could have passed the ball and stuff like that, but he was going out with a bang. Nobody was mad about it though. Nobody like complained. Oh, yeah, out there stat padding. Nigga, everybody stat pads. That's part of basketball. Just like people be on a triple double watch. Nigga, they stat pad in college. Fuck you. Seriously, like this is crazy. People be on a triple double watch. You'll need 2 rebounds. Probably like 5 minutes left in the game, and they nowhere close to even catching up. 3 minutes left, something like that. They're getting back in just to get 2 rebounds. Now sometimes they might be too tired and be like, man, fuck that shit. Go sit down. Right, Jordan Wizard year stat pad and try and pass whip. But them dudes get right back in the game just to get 2 rebounds. Is that not stat padding? Or get another assist. Now you got triple double. Especially for the little guards, like the little point guards and stuff. They don't get a lot of triple doubles like that. The smaller ones anyway. So when they on a triple double watch, they be, yeah, I need 2 more rebounds and 3 assists. And you see them stop shooting for real and start trying to get them stats. Stat not stat pad. So it don't always matter exactly what time of the game you stat pad. You stat pad throughout the whole fucking game. See, I'm on my phone right now. I want to play the clip. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just post it right after I get off. I'm uploading. Kobe, the commentator, saying Kobe was in garbage time, going for a 50-point game, and they lost. But he going in garbage minutes. You know what garbage minutes is? The game over with. So if the game over with, why Kobe still out there chopping? Trying to get that 50. Stat pad. There, MJ running point. And this is the crazy part. When MJ was running point, everybody started averaging more points. Even Craig Hodges was averaging more points. He was looking like a scorer because MJ was passing the ball. Pippen getting his average up. Horace Grant was scoring more. Everybody was even what's his name? Bill Cartwright was scoring. And the averages was going up. And this was because MJ was stat padding. He was trying to get triple doubles so he could get the MVP. And it's all in black and white. The coaches talking about it and everything. All the coaches that was on staff with them. They all was talking about it. Yeah, we was trying to get our MVP candidate ahead of the race. So we was telling them he need more rebounds, more assists to get your triple double, so yada yada. And that's what MJ was doing, checking the stats on night in, night out. Trying stat pad. But if LeBron do it, they act like he just shot somebody. These niggas throw a parade when they feel as though they got one over on a dude. Which is, and they don't do nothing to make themselves look stupid. That's why it'd be easy to cook them dudes in debates. They say the dumbest things. Like, you make one argument against the player that goes against your favorite player or your so-called GOAT. You bring up every player got shortcomings. Like they talk about even LeBron in the finals or whatever. Majority of his shortcomings came in the finals. It didn't come in the first round. And such things like that. Not making the playoffs right in your smack dead in your prime like Kobe did. As soon as Shaq left, we missed the playoffs and stuff like that. He came straight out of high school, ready, still needed to develop, and was already had a dominant game. His shortcomings came in the finals. And you can't really call them shortcomings too much because they was overachievements. He ain't had no place, like you ain't even belong in that finals. You name 2 right off the bat, and he ain't belong in them damn finals. But it's considered a blemish on his resume because of the haters, the Jordan stands, the Kobe stands. Well, I can't even say Kobe stands because he's not even a conversation. It's really just the Jordan stands. I'm looking at this one video earlier what players think about LeBron. And Charles Barkley was saying, and this when uh, LeBron, I think he had just won his first chip or second chip or something like that. And Barkley was like, he got a chance to be better than Michael Jordan. And Kenny just was like, no, 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 he do not have a chance. Like, hold up. He ain't say he talking about throwing water on Charles Barkley and everything. Like, he didn't even say he's better than MJ. He said he has a chance to be better. And it's just he just dismissed it like no. Like nobody can ever be better than him no matter what they do. I can name two players better than him right now. So it ain't even about what they can do. It's about what MJ can do to get past them. But the media keep pushing this narrative that this was a perfect player with no flaws, no shortcomings, made no mistakes. But then you go ahead and go in history, check the history books and such. Man, yeah, yo ain't yo had a lot of fuck ups, whole lot of fuck ups. Any of y'all want to come in here? I'm gonna drop the link in there. But he had a lot of that on his resume. Even Stephen A. Smith and Chris Broussard saying like ain't nothing LeBron can do to change their mind. So people already got their mind made up no matter what he does. Do you say, well, only thing he could do is erase the 6 finals losses. But you ain't gonna tell MJ erase getting swept 3 times in the first round. It's hypocrisy. It's crazy, man. You spend your whole life hating on a nigga. I'm pretty sure a ticket that uploaded 3 videos today about LeBron. Carsino probably beat him with 4. Coonsino, Coon for life, and sniffing all the raw TV. It's just madness. Even Kobe, like you said, his last 2 years he was stat pad. He was stat pad more than just them last 2 years. The last few years he was stat pad. We weren't even making the playoffs. So what else you think Kobe was going to be out there doing? Going for stats. Ain't nothing else he can do. He felt as though the roster weak. He can't go nowhere with the roster. He done already like he a shell of himself. He ain't the same Kobe before the Achilles injury. So yeah, he's gonna go out there and go for stats. He really ain't trying to be developed in a bunch of young dudes. So what else he gonna do? Stat pack. It's part of the game. Yeah, I agree with that. He's still the most talked about legend. Because as long as they keep him in the GOAT debate, he's always gonna be talked about. Because let's say they was the all right, LeBron the GOAT, we gonna push Jordan down. This and other people watch. We're gonna push Jordan down, LeBron the GOAT now. Another player is rising and going to get to that level to put himself in that conversation. And then what's going to happen? You forget about talking about Jordan now. Now it's this dude better than LeBron. Jordan might get thrown in there here and there like Kobe was doing, and then after a while, nobody talks about Kobe in the GOAT debate, which was crazy from the jump, but it was going on. But after a while, it just went away. Even AI said it like, y'all don't even talk about Kobe no more. Y'all forgot about the Mamba. Like, man, he just ain't had a career to back it up as far as being in the GOAT debate. Yeah, he was great. Can't take nothing from him. But GOAT, nah, bro. And I'm a Laker fan. Been there for a while. There's no way, like, you can get this man all this credit, even for the first 3 rings. Like, it was like, oh, he got 5 rings. He got 5 rings. Bro, imagine LeBron was on switch the roles. And Kobe got 4 rings, rocking out as the leader. And LeBron got 5 rings, 2 as a leader, and 3 as a sidekick. What do you think these clowns gonna say? Oh, and I don't count Kobe had it tougher because he ain't played with a better player that was better than him and led him to 3 chips. That's what they're gonna say. Look at the wild shit they say now. You think they won't say no shit like that? Of course, because it only makes sense. That's an easy go-to. Right? They making it like Kobe wasn't the sidekick. When you go back and watch them games, and even the past Sports Center shows and stuff like that, past ESPN shows, they called them Batman and Robin, and people try to change the definition of sidekicks and be like, no, he was a 1B, a 1. Listen, he played behind Shaq. Who get the ball first? Who run the team? Who's the captain of the team? Shaq. Who Kobe supposed to get a ball to, but he kept refusing to give it to him. That's why they had that problem. He supposed to give it to Shaq. It was Shaq team. He supposed to been a sidekick. That's how it was presented to Shaq in the first place. When he first signed, Jerry West said, "We got this kid out of high school. We about to get him traded from Charlotte and pay him with you." Other than him already playing with Eddie Jones, Eddie Jones was never considered to be long time. So if the Shaq team, Shaq the first guy, Shaq the number 1 scoring option, what does that make Kobe? Number 2, right? Batman at 1, what is Robin? The number 2. So you give Kobe all the credit for these first 3 rings when he get credit for it. Don't get it wrong. He definitely get credit for it. But the majority, the bulk of the credit goes to Shaq. Just like you ain't gonna give Kyrie bulk of the credit for that 2016 finals. When the best player on the floor averaging what? He led both teams in 5 different categories: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Kyrie hit a big shot, and he played his role. He did his side. He did his thing as a sidekick, and went out there and they got it done. Exactly. The team was built around Shaq, not Kobe. Nigga, Kobe was grabbed up to be paired, built around Shaq. Like I was just saying about Jerry West. That's what he told Shaq from day one. All them players was to build around Shaq and make Shaq comfortable. Ugh. So if you switch the roles and you put LeBron in that role, would nobody bring that up? Is that not a major thing to talk about? Like when you had them conversations? Yes, it is. But who has a problem with stat padding though? Because I don't understand what's the problem. Shit, I lost my lighter. Will Chamberlain stat pad, Kareem, Magic, Larry Bird. Larry Bird, 50, 40, 90. Started the 50, 40, 90 club. He kept that shit running. And most of his stuff came natural. But there's plenty of games where Bird in there garbage time, going for stats to get another MVP. But I think he's the only player that got 3 in a row. Him and Bill Russell. or was it him, Bill Russell, and Wilt? It's only like 3 players if it ain't just him. But he stat padding to get that MVP. Same thing right now. Whoever in the head of the MVP race, they're gonna be stat padding to try to keep that lead. Because when them dudes make them votes, that's what they're looking at. They're gonna look at them stats. They're gonna look at where they team at. They're gonna look at what kind of storyline they have. And if Ja Morant had a little bit better stats and his team was at least number 2 right now, he'll have a storyline, stats. Ain't nothing you can really say. He might get the MVP. Even with his team not being number 1. Westbrook got the MVP. His team wasn't number 1. He just averaged a triple-double. They ain't seen it since Oscar. His team's like number 4. Giannis, his MVP that he got over LeBron, he got it because of his stats. They say he has some historic stats that we ain't seen in a long time. So they gave him the MVP. So what's the problem with that pattern? Oh, shit.
What up, G?
What's up, bro?
What up? What's going on, man? I hear to see you on here and shit. You know what I mean? You ain't saying nothing but a word, man. These clowns is just all this is, like I said before, man. It's just like they trying to pile on now that they see that he's past his prime and is on his way out. You know, because LeBron has like maybe a couple years. I give him like maybe 2 years at the most left. You know, and they see he's on a precipice of a milestone and shit, right? And he doing everything in their power to diminish that shit. They see it's getting closer. You know what I mean? He'll probably pass Carmelo. How many points away is he away from Carmelo? I'm not sure. Like, what was it? Like, three, real close. Right. You know, see when they get to that number 2 spot, they see he's close. And they try to do everything in their power to diminish that milestone, man. And it's funny, man. Like I said before, y'all loathe and hate this motherfucker, right? Y'all loathe and hate this man, right? But yeah, y'all talk about keeping his name in his mouth 24/7. You know what I mean? Instead of worrying about your team and you're a so-called Chicago Bulls fan, but you talk about the Lakers every day.
Who is Chicago Bulls fan?
This clown too raw for TV, thinking he the toughest guy, the biggest basketball aficionado on YouTube. You know, anybody can look up history. I've been watching this game since the late 80s myself. But you won't be seeing me out here diminishing these players. You know, you talk about the 90s was the greatest era and all this shit, blah blah blah, and everybody's soft in this era. You know, nobody would survive the 80s and 90s. First of all, I'm not taking anything away from the 80s and 90s. I came up the era, but at the same time, you know, even though I don't agree with some of these guys, you put some of these guys in the other era, you don't think they flourish? KD is a lethal scorer, man. You don't think he will be? You don't think he thrived in the 80s with the open court? You know, it was more open court. You know, it was more. You know, Pace was running gun and shit. You know, I mean, come on, man. Like, it's crazy, man. How these cats always move the goalposts and shit. It's crazy.
He's 7 with a jump shot with guard handles.
Right. And you don't think LeBron would be able to dominate the 90s either? You don't think LeBron would flourish in the 90s? Fuck out of here, man. It's crazy how they move the goalposts.
This is the crazy thing about the 90s when they talk about the 90s. All right, of course the 80s was tougher because 90, the year Jordan won his title was the year that they implemented the flagrant foul rule. And
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
got
that's true.
softer and softer. Plus they had the
And
expansion
I'm a
rules.
Jordan, and I told you, I'm one of the biggest Jordan fans around. Even I admit that shit. You know, they put the flagrant
Right, I
foul in
love
rule. You know what I
Jordan.
mean? Right, right. They put the flagrant foul in rule to open up the game more because when you had the bad boy Pistons and shit, a lot of the games was like in the 80s, and the final scores was like 89-79. This is the
Right,
Pistons dominating there. You know what I mean? Yeah,
right.
because they were
And
mucking it up. They were mucking it up and slowing the game down, and like with them fouls and all that stuff, and they were taking advantage of it. You know what I mean? The Pistons did. You know when they had that rule of foul, when they had you could use so many. If there were games back then where you could use so many fouls and shit, right? You could use so many fouls, but you use so many fouls and shit.
that's how they
It's
slow the
like
game down.
right. They used they use so many fouls. It's like a certain person can foul out. You got this many players on the court, but then when they see them back then, the flagrant foul rule was like a common foul back then. But then when they added the flagrant foul rule, it opened the game up more.
Right.
So
And
yeah, they implemented the rule because of that. You know what I mean? And it
MJ
opened the
and Phil
game.
pushed for it.
What's up?
MJ and Phil was pushing for it, and then they was
Right,
pushing for
right,
not to
right.
implement
But
the defense.
they weren't the only ones though. It was a whole bunch of players in
No,
the
no.
league pushing for that. Whole bunch of
Yeah,
players pushing the league for that.
I was
Yeah,
ready to name a couple more players.
right. Who else is pushing
Austin
for that?
Celtics.
Dominique
The
Wilkins,
Celtics
Atlanta
pushing for it.
Hawks, and
Philly with Dr. J and them.
you mean until the early '90s? Phillies with Charles Barkley and them, and
Yeah.
Philly.
They
Who else? Right. Who else? Especially Clyde Drexler and the Portland Trailblazers. They were a high scoring team. You notice
right.
they scored in the hundreds every game back then. You had Clyde Drexler, you had Terry Porter, you had Jerome Kersey, Cliff Robinson, all them cats. They were scoring in the hundreds every game. But when they met the Pistons in the finals, man, it slowed them down. And they were one of the teams that were pushing for that flagrant foul rule too, because it was hampering their
Exactly.
game. It was hampering their game.
Exactly.
So all this shit about the softening the game up and shit, that rough and tumble shit. These motherfuckers out here, they got this image in the '90s where every time everybody went to the hole and shit, everybody was getting knocked on their ass. That happened in the late '80s.
Yeah.
You notice when the '90s came, they were
That's when
averaging
they
over
started.
100 points. They were averaging every team was averaging over 100 points. Matter of fact, there was one game and shit where Golden State and Denver both scored over 140. That was when Run TMC and all them cats, when they had Rich Richmond, Chris Mullin, and Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
They were scoring. That was that first year. They were scoring. What was it? 91. That was that very first year when that flagrant foul rule came into effect.
That was one of my favorite
that,
teams on NBA Live.
Right.
Well, NBA.
Mine too. Yeah, you talking about Bulls. Right, I remember that. But you probably got it confused with Bulls versus Lakers, or Lakers versus Celtics on the Sega Genesis and shit.
Yeah. I remember
right.
too. Like
right.
you took it
Yeah,
all the way
I
back.
remember. Right. I used all them teams. I used every team on that joint. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
That first year, that flagrant foul rule, Golden State was scoring a lot of points. You know that room when they had Run TMC and shit. Yeah. Run TMC and shit. Right.
But
yeah,
it don't make sense. You trash a whole era to big up an era that started it. It don't even make sense.
Right,
It started
right,
in the
right,
90s.
right. It started in the 90s. Now, there were a few adjustment rules and shit. You know, he did take out hand checking and shit.
Yeah.
But even then, hand checking didn't stop teams from scoring over 100 points. Think about it.
Right.
So hand checking was just a way. Hand checking was just a way of having to stay in front of your defender and shit. Now they took our hand checking altogether. Think about it. A guy like
Yeah, you can only put your
Joe,
arm on that.
right? Can you imagine what a guy would do with like a guy like Joel Embiid, a guy like Giannis, a guy like LeBron? Can you imagine them cats hand checking? Can you imagine them cats hand checking? Nobody would get past them motherfuckers.
Exactly. And then the thing is, while they had the hand check rule, they was more lenient with offensive fouls.
Right, right, exactly.
So you
And
do
that's
play
what I'm
bully
saying.
ball with you.
Right, right. And don't even get a whistle. Now it's just like, you know, you put your hands on a dude, it's what they call the foul any damn way. You know what I'm saying? You got goddamn James Harden taking advantage of that shit. Damian Lillard took advantage of that shit. You know?
And that's why I struggled at the beginning of the year when they took it away, like you initiate the contact now.
Right, that whistle, that friendly, they took away that they took away that friendly whistle. That's what they did. They took away that friendly whistle. You know what I mean? James Harden, man, was he was one hell of an actor doing that shit. All I know. Hell yeah, man. James Harden. Yeah.
They put it under his arm.
Right. They was all doing it. And they talking about cats was flopping, wasn't flopping in the 90s. That's bullshit. Dennis Rodman was the king of flop damn near. And you have fucking goddamn. Right. But no. Either that or they watch the game. They just want to keep this bullshit ass narrative going. When we got evidence of these motherfuckers on here, man, doing this shit. You know?
Right.
Now you seeing all these flunkies trying to attack cats like me, trying to attack cats like Weezy Bang, LVZ, because we actually put the truth out there, man. But all these goddamn trolls from third world TV's channels trying to call themselves attacking me, attacking Weezy, all these cats. You know, because we're not falling for the okie doke bullshit. Telling you, man. It'd be easy if everybody go along to get along. You know what I mean? Everybody agree with this shit. But I'm telling you what, man. A lot of these cats, they claim they stay on cold, right? They stay on cold, whatever, right? But yet, you got these motherfuckers out here making this shit personal. You know what I mean? Bringing up, doing all these parody videos, bringing up LeBron's family, LeBron's son, his wife. Now you can't tell me that shit ain't personal right there, man.
That's wild. That's wild as fuck.
Yeah, doing some type of goddamn parody, talking, I guess making a mockery of the so-called stat pattern. You remember that the camera shot where LeBron had the paper, Russ was right next to him and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude, too raw for TV's punk ass gonna make a video. He gonna make a video and shit, doing a parody of LeBron, I guess mocking LeBron, and he brought up Savannah and he brought up Bronny. And I'm like, that's some bullshit, man. You lightweight shucking and jiving with that shit. You lightweight Uncle Tom and shit, man, bringing up a man's family and shit. You know? And I let you know right there. I let you know right there that, that shit is personal. You know?
Oh, yeah, I'm putting a video together right now.
What happened?
I said I'm putting a video together about him right now.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Like the joint I just put out was just a my computer started crashing.
Yeah, I see it. Oh man, you had me in tears with that video. I ain't gonna lie. You had me in tears.
Hey, look, it's a rough draft. The joint actually 40 minutes long.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that joint. I knew it was a rough draft.
Yeah.
I knew it was a rough draft and shit.
Oh, all right.
I knew it was a rough draft and shit. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it. I was in tears, man. Like I was out here cracking up. Especially when you put Stephen A. Smith's bitch ass in there. You know what I mean? He can't play. That's the part. That's the part that had me cracking up. That's the part that had me cracking up.
When I found that clip of him saying me and Kobe combined for 82 points and we won the game, I was like, no, the fuck, he didn't just say that.
Man, I was like, this nigga can't be serious. This nigga can't be. This nigga serious? Combined for 82 points and you won the goddamn game? Man, you can't be serious.
Kobe had 81. What the fuck?
Yeah. And the reason he scored 81 because your bum ass was sticking up the joint. If your bum ass wasn't sticking up the joint, he wouldn't have had to score no goddamn 81 points.
Kobe said that's what the coach told him before the game started. He said, you know what you gotta do before us to win the game? You gotta score 81. They was Kobe words.
Right.
So that he going out there going for stats.
Right. But yeah, Kwame's punk ass talking about, oh, we scored 82 points combined, we won the game. Like, nigga, you serious? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man, with that bullshit.
That man delusional, man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Phil. Yeah, you're right. Feel right. Kawhi do still somewhat get a pass for 2020. Only difference is now nobody talks about Kawhi anymore because he's not a threat to you know who.
LeBron.
Right.
I remember just went away overnight.
Yeah, they went away overnight because all the dick riders found somebody else. all the dick riders. Right. Then they jumped from the Nets to the Bucks.
Golden State.
No, well, they so-called back on Golden State because Steph was on his tear, but now they're trying to find out who's gonna win the chip, and they trying to, jump from dick to, jump from bandwagon to bandwagon. Yeah. But yet they talk about the people who like LeBron and shit. People are LeBron's fans, but yet they can be hypocrites in damn selves.
Exactly.
Tell you, man. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with being a fan of a basketball player? That shit don't even make sense.
Right. I mean, I was even a fan of basketball players even when I had a team. When I have a team. See, I'm an Orlando Magic fan. I know we the worst team in the NBA right now. We got a bunch of young talent, but we don't know how to use them. I said LeBron is not the only player I like. I like Giannis. I like Luka. You know what I'm saying? I like what's his boy? Well, old boy John Morant. You know what I mean? I like him, but I'm not really big on KD that much anymore. I'm not really that big on Kyrie. But you're not gonna see me making 100 videos 24/7, whining and bitching and complaining about what they doing on the court. And they talk about, oh, it's the media, Motherfucker, that's your fault. That's your fault for listening to that shit. I mean, if you were insecure, you know what I mean, you were secure about your shit, you wouldn't let that shit bother you.
I still fuck with KD.
Right. But I'm just saying, dudes, if you making videos, talk about, oh man, he's stacking the deck. It's the media always capping for LeBron. Like, why you listen to the media? You didn't listen to the media, when Jordan was playing, but yet you liked all that praise what Jordan was getting in the media. You liked all that praise what Kobe was getting in the media, and they were saying the same things about both them cats.
Right.
It's no different. Only now it's in your face 24/7, and people are twisting shit up.
Everybody got their own platform.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can see the news all day. You hear some type of news
Right,
all day.
right, 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 right.
And most of them players, they probably would have crumbled under that type of pressure. To
Yeah,
have dudes
yeah.
just 24/7
Why do you
just
think?
on
Why
your
do you think?
face.
Why do you think? Why do you think MJ? Why do you think Mike? Why do you think Mike got physically, got mentally drained psychologically? Mike got drained psychologically, man. After that 3-peat,
Yeah, he
because
said it.
the
He said
media
it.
was in his face. The media was in his face. The media was in his face 24/7, and he couldn't get a break. And that's part of the reason why he walked away the first time.
Yeah,
I'm
he said
saying, you
that.
know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it's like, damn, I can't feel like some days I just rather people just walk by me and not even acknowledge me as Michael Jordan. Just a regular dude. He said that. So that lets you know
Right.
right there, right now, in this 24/7 in your face capping with the media and shit. I don't even call these cats the media no more. The media is a joke. They know better than the cats we hear on YouTube and shit. You know, the
No
motherfuckers, man.
bullshit.
But right, right. You know, they ain't no better than the motherfuckers we hear on YouTube. You think Mike would have enjoyed all this 24/7 coverage and scrutiny? I don't think so. Because
Hell no.
he even said, he don't think he don't think he would have survived the social media age. He said he said, you know, in numerous joints and interviews and shit, right? He's
Yeah.
glad, he's happy he didn't have to play in this era, man. Because he don't know if he'll be able to hold up.
Right. You see Westbrook be ready to get in fights and everything.
Right. Yeah, Westbrook ready to go, Westbrook ready to go tweak, ready to go flex on somebody, man. Fuck with him, bro.
Get fucked up.
Yeah. You know, you got them
They
you
get
had them
fucked up.
crackers, you had them crackers in Utah talking shit to him, and he almost put him in the ground.
Right.
I know you remember that.
Yeah.
Remember
When
that
the
shit.
dude come in the streets.
Right. Right. Yeah. Shoot, you got
Yeah, I remember that.
KD's ass creating
Burner accounts.
burner accounts. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
He always had thick skin.
Yeah.
I was talking to him on he ain't talk to me from a burner account. He talked to me from his regular account. I was talking to him about that Golden State move because he was on there crying about it. And I'm like, bro,
Right.
you know what you did, just own what you did. And I broke it down on the
Right.
street level, like
Right.
you from Maryland, just like I'm from Maryland, you know what you did, bro. Just own it.
Right.
He
Yeah,
replied,
so right.
this ain't the streets, bro. Relax, tough guy, this ain't the streets. Like, nigga,
Damn.
you know what the fuck you did.
Right. 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 I hear you, man.
Now, I'm gonna
But yeah,
find
I'm
that
about
joint. I'm
to.
gonna put it in the video too.
When you post it tonight or sometime this week?
This week.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to
What's
that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be finishing this week. I should be
Right.
finishing in the next couple of days.
Or I hope because I want to see this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that joint in there.
Right. Well, shit, I'm about to get up off here, man. Let my phone charge, man. But it was good chopping up with you, G.
Hey man, I appreciate
All right.
it. Slide through
Oh, no
anytime you
problem.
can.
Oh, yeah. You know, every
All
time
right.
when I see the notification, I'm going to hit you up. All right.
Already. Be safe,
All right.
bro.
Oh, you too. You too, bro. Later.
Appreciate it. Hey, you two don't really be sending out these notifications either. I done talked to a lot of people say that I don't get a notification. YouTube been playing with me anyway. They took some watch hours from me, withholding checks. Like, what the hell? They gave my money. How y'all take my hours? But y'all let if I post something about the NBA, like I post the game, I record the game or broadcast the game live. Y'all let it rock out and give the ad revenue to the NBA and just give me the copyright claim, but let my video stay up. So y'all rather give the NBA my money instead of just giving me my motherfucking hours that y'all took. YouTube got a lot of shit with them. But I don't be tripping because I do this shit for fun. It should be fun. I like basketball. I like entertainment, period, but I love basketball. Yeah, man. Anybody else want to come up here? You come up here and then speak your mind. Say what you gotta say about these clowns, run around capping and all that other shit. What you feel about stat pad? It's like I said, every player stat pads. You can go through the whole history of the NBA. You're gonna find every player that stat pad at some time. They ain't got a stat pad every night, but they stat pads. All of them does it. But it's not a problem. I don't see the problem with it. Now, if somebody else see a problem with it, all right, cool. You might have a reason why you have a problem with it. But for those who got a problem with it but accept it from certain players, that's just hypocrisy, bro. You're a hypocrite when you do shit like that. My favorite player could stat pad, but I don't like this player, so when he stat pad, it's a problem. And it need to be addressed. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? How does that even make sense? Is that even fair? That's a double standard. And if anybody know or been watching my channel for when I first started, whatever, I always kept saying Kareem the GOAT. My favorite player is Giannis, but I defend LeBron because he gets too much hate. He is still one of my favorite players. My main favorite player I root for is Giannis. I got a top 10 favorite list. I got a top 10 all-time list. And my top 10 favorite list is players that I know most people don't even be thinking about or wasn't thinking about until they start blowing up, like Devin Booker. I'm talking about Devin Booker for a while when nobody was giving him his props, and I just was like, dude just came in the league dropping 60 points and stuff like that. He just was on a trash team. I like he get some help or get to a team with some help. He'll make a run through the playoffs. He did it. Same thing I said about Zach LaVine. They stopped bouncing him around and he get some steady minutes. He gonna shine. But the dude LeBron gets too much hate, bro. It's a double standard with this guy. That's why I say like he must be the GOAT because he held the standards that these other players is not even held to. You say MJ is the GOAT, but look at the standards that you hold LeBron to. Did anybody ever hold MJ to these standards? Did anybody have a hold Kareem, Magic, Bird, Wilt to these standards? No. None of them was held to these standards. Not Bill Russell, not Shaq, not Kobe. Nobody. So why wouldn't he be the GOAT if he's held to a higher standard? That only makes sense. Am I wrong or not? Because we hear the conversations, we had the conversations, and every time it leads to dude moving the goalpost, and he held to standards that other players ain't held to. The other greats is not held to the same standards, so he must be a better player. He must be the GOAT if he's held to a whole different standard that's higher than the other players. And this what the haters do when they do that, not even knowing that's what they're doing. Like you making this dude seem way better than what we probably think he is. Y'all saying he trash and all this other stuff, and y'all holding him to these standards. Y'all putting them on a pedestal, basically. Y'all putting them above these other players without even knowing it. Because if I could hold this, MJ can only do X amount, and I'm fine with that. But LeBron got to go above that and above beyond, like light years ahead of that, for him to be the GOAT. He must be a better player then. Because everybody say too, oh, you ask him, yo, why you say that? Why he got to do this? Why you say he the GOAT? So MJ not the GOAT. So Kobe not the GOAT. All these dudes not the GOAT because you ain't hold them to the same standards. So by your own admission, this man is the GOAT. It only makes sense. But they just be talking so fast and talking out their ass and just trying to push a narrative, clickbaiting and all this other dumb shit. They don't even notice that's what they doing. Just like when we brought up Humble Sports. What's up, bro? The link in the chat if you want to hop on. Just like we was talking about, what's that dude name? Shit. He was on up in smoke, all the smoke. Al Harrington. He like LeBron dominated all his little bros. Really disrespected the whole league when he said that and don't even know it. So you basically saying, yo, if you play your little brother one-on-one, your little cousin or something like that, or your little brother and his friends, whatever, you go out there and you be dominating them little niggas. Especially you like 4 years older than them, 5 years older than them. Like it's no match. They don't stand a chance. You just go out there and you be trashing them and you be laughing the whole time you do it. You playing around. So when he's saying you dominating little bros, you just disrespected all these NBA players and basically just pushed LeBron light years ahead of these dudes. Like you didn't even notice you did it. That's why when he said it, like I don't know if he trying to throw a shot or if he trying to get a man a compliment because that shit was crazy. That's what I'm saying though, bro. Like I didn't know what was going on. Was he throwing a shot or was he giving a compliment? Because anybody you read between the lines, he basically just said them dudes ain't on his level. If you gotta call these dudes his little bros and he out there dominating them, oh, they're not on his level. You ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to know that. Like hating on LeBron became a business, profitable business at that, and everybody want him. Just like I watched this video with Kwame Brown or some I think it was Hassan Campbell, and he was like, "Why you speaking on my name and all this dumbass shit?" Like, bro, you're an NBA player. And you're a star for being a bust. Not an NBA superstar. You an NBA star bust. So, yeah, niggas talking about your game. And he talking about why a grown man shouldn't be speaking on another grown man. But you got hella videos talking about LeBron. LeBron don't talk about you, bro. Kwame Brown knows it. You got hella videos talking about LeBron. LeBron don't talk about you, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? So if a grown man not supposed to be speaking about another grown man, then why you got all these videos talking about LeBron? And LeBron never said a word to you and never called you. Doubt if he got your number. Probably seen you around, didn't even say what's up, unless that's the problem. Or you feel as though you supposed to have been in LeBron position, like Gilbert said, you mad that he became what you were supposed to be. That makes sense. Same shit when Ticket bring it up and everybody like, we done found the root of the problem. Dude got put out the G League and he blamed LeBron. Yeah, I know. I know. I seen that from a mile away from the first time that he chopped it up with him on the joint. I like, yeah, he gonna push your like, yeah, tell him like, yeah, this a business. Talking about LeBron. I don't like that nigga anyway. And they both got their gripes with the dude and just talking shit about him. Cause I remember Kwame had one video talking about LeBron. He spoke on when LeBron said black people is in the fear every day. And he was like, how he in fear? You live in the gate. You got a gate around your house, this, that, the third. Nigga, how you gonna tell somebody what the fuck they fear? That's what I was thinking when he first said it. Man, what the fuck you gonna tell somebody else what they feel? You don't know how a motherfucker feel when you get in that car. Cause from a distance, everybody don't look like a star. You might just look like a black nigga from a distance until they get up on you and like, oh, that's LeBron. Like Chris Rock said, my stardom don't kick in from distance. It kicks in right about right here. Like you point like 6 feet away from where you're gonna actually recognize the dude's face. So you don't know what that man favoring. He's still black. And a cop can still make the mistake and kill him and not even know, like, oh shit, that was LeBron. Oh, fuck it, let's find a way to cover this up. That's just life. That's the life we live in. But up until that point, I ain't really see yo speaking about LeBron. If he did, that makes it even worse. But from that point, he just started talking about everything LeBron says, everything LeBron does. But you call yourself an alpha man, said another man ain't supposed to be speaking about another man, but you're speaking about another man and think it's cool for you to do it. But if somebody speak about you, you crying. You on YouTube whining. Your peers is critiquing your game, not even talking about you personally. I think Charlamagne the one who did all that. Now that's neither here nor there. I'm just talking about Matt Barnes and them. You whining about them, bro. You was a bust. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's not up for debate. You was a bust. You didn't live up to expectations. You got your money. For real, he could have easily just been like, you know what, bro? Yeah, I was a bust. You know what I mean? I just feed my family. I ain't really give a fuck about the game. I ain't practice a lot. I wasn't focused. I just came to get the bread. I got what I wanted. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was a bust. Yeah, had y'all fun. Fuck it. I ain't give a fuck. So it doesn't bother you then because you didn't give a fuck. But since it bothers the nigga, it shows that he was out there giving his all. You got to see these games, bro. He was giving his all. Airball the layup. 2 layups in a row, he airballed. I ain't talking about airball a layup, go down court, get a stop, or they score, you come back down, airball another layup. No, airball layup, get the rebound, airball it again. This nigga funny. And he mad that people calling him a bust. Not talking about me. Talking about my career been over. Yeah, keep talking about me. I don't think he know how bad he been making himself look. And it's crazy because he actually seemed like a cool dude before he started opening his mouth. I seen him with the big 3, and I'm like, I'm sure he's trying to get himself back in the league. And he probably thought that to himself too when Ice Cube gave him the call, like, come to the combine. He like, this is my chance to get back in there and prove I ain't a bust. And used a bust in the big 3. How the fuck? Dude, a bust in the big 3, bro. Somebody look at this man's stats in the big 3. I gotta go make a video about this one. I gotta find some big 3 highlights. I bet it's the same shit he did in the NBA. I think I seen one game and he really wasn't even getting the ball. Matter of fact, wasn't Al Harrington on the team with him? And I seen Al Harrington take more shots than Kwame Brown. Man. Hey, I feel you. I was never trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Once he said something, I knew he was out there giving it his all and he felt some type of way that it ended the way it ended and he's a laughing stock. Because, bro, what are you mad about? Is it not a fact that you was a bust? It's a fact. It's not an opinion. You Google the definition. That was you. They should put your picture next to it. The only thing I can say about him and being a bust, like, he's not the biggest bust. Yes, he's going to go down in history as one of the biggest busts, and that's because him being a bust was highlighted more than others because you was drafted by MJ. You 7 feet. And you supposed to have been like the first Anthony Davis. 7 feet, bro. And you look at his high school games and stuff like that, he was quick for a 7-footer. But he ain't the biggest bust. And for real, in my opinion, the biggest bust in NBA history will be Darko Milicic. Because nobody even talk about, but not first overall. He was second. But if you go over first overalls, I would give it to Anthony Bennett. Yeah, I'd definitely give it to Anthony Bennett. But yeah, I mean, he's still a bust. But Darko Milicic, he's just the worst to me because this dude won a ring, and he even admitted he was a bust and sold his ring. No, he was not. He wasn't even better than Jordan Hill. And I forgot about Jordan Hill. Somebody had brought him up. Like, oh yeah, I remember. Yo, he definitely was better than Kwame. Yo, it's too many players that was better than Kwame Brown. What's his name? Shit. Shit. Merson? Not Merson. His name gonna come to me. He was a bum, man. He was a bum, barely even get any minutes. But he had a better career than Kwame Brown. It's hard to even make a fair comparison with who you can compare Kwame career with because his shit sucked that bad. He had one good year though. He averaged 19 and 9. And that's when people thought that was the turning point for him. And he was going to prove everybody that he's something. And the next year, nothing. All numbers went down. Now you got those who be like, well, I don't feel as the man is a bust because he lasted 12, 13 years in the NBA. Bro, there's plenty of players that last years and years in the NBA and they are trash. But you got journeymen. They get picked up for different things, though. You might just be a filler. They can just throw you in a trade here and there. Like, let me just throw him in there to make the trade work, to match the shit up. You got people who, oh, he good in the locker room. We need this guy just for in the locker room. He ain't out there on the court doing shit for real. Look at Jared Dudley. He a locker room guy. Lasted years in the NBA. He lasted so many years. Charles Barkley, they was on the show. Charles Barkley told him, he said, keep stealing money as long as you can, brother. So that's all Kwame was doing. But I'd rather him say, like, yo, I'm just trying to take care of my family. I ain't care about the game. I wasn't out there working hard. I didn't work on my game. You know what I mean? I was eating stuff I wasn't supposed to eat, wouldn't take care of my body. I got my bread, though. That's it. Because nobody even brought up this man's personal life. Talking about, yeah, I'm a bust. I got 60 mil. Like, what the fuck you being a bust gotta do with your pockets, bro? Talk about your game on the court. It ain't even that big of a deal for this man to be crying all this time. He been crying for a minute about it, too. Then be get on there, fake face fighting with people and trying to be disrespectful and all that. You're on the internet, bro. You know that dumbass shit. And then dudes just be put. The internet is crazy. That's what I'm gonna say. The internet is just crazy. And I put myself in a predicament that, like, all right, let's say I was Kwame Brown. All right, I'm famous for being a bust. All right, I was a millionaire, probably still is a millionaire. I got millions out the gate. Cool. Why the fuck would I be on YouTube threatening anybody? Because if anything happens, they're coming to get me. I'm too famous to be doing this. I'm too famous to be talking about hurting anybody or meeting up and trying to send somebody to get somebody touched or any dumb shit like that. But his fans sit around and talk about he is so intelligent. He talking about doing this and doing that. He got these shoes. Like, what the fuck? Oh, LeBron don't really own that school. He don't own the whole school. He just have a part in it. Kwame Brown he got shoes. Like, is you fucking serious, bro? That's what we doing now. But I'm saying this, man, you threatening people. I'm like, yo, why would you do that? Let's say something was to happen to that man at night. And they say, like, oh, it's possible you made some phone calls and got somebody to do something to him. They come to lock you up. Bro, you famous. Famous people can't get in them squabbles. And that's why a lot of times you threaten the right motherfucker, they be already ready for it because they know, like, nigga, I ain't famous. I've done this before. I get away with it. The only bad part about it is I can't really do nothing to you because you're famous. It's going to be some kickback about it, not in the streets with the police and the media. You can't just disappear. People don't think about this type of shit. Right, bro? Like, people don't think about this type of stuff. Like, he's really on here face fight. Oh, we can meet up and do this. Boy, I'm a street nigga. Woo, woo. Something happened, bro. You going to jail. It's all on film, too. Like, they got video. They gonna play it in court. You stupid. You think they ain't gonna play your YouTube video in court? Yeah, they set the whole thing up. Like, what the fuck? That's this new generation, though, bro. And it's crazy because Kwame ain't even part of the new generation, but he acting like a little kid. Well, I got his ass, though. As soon as I finished editing this video, I put out that rough draft. That's nothing. My nigga, that's nothing. And that's only, it was only like 16-minute rough draft. I just wanted to put a few parts out there just like a preview. The joint, like, almost 40 minutes long. I'm going to kill that whole whine and shit he keep doing. This little, they trying to change the definition of a bus. All that's Raby did. Then I'm going to hop on the rest of them dudes next, the usual suspects, you know. The same guys who are always on here talking about LeBron this, LeBron that. Right, you know, that's what we do over here. That's what we do over here. That was the whole reason why I made it.
Remember, I came down here to check niggas in the whole knot, especially you, son.
I started out just checking one dude, and then I started looking around like, hold up. There's a whole handful of these niggas that gotta get checked. I started checking everybody. It's just nonsense, though, because I look at things the way any other person would look at it. Like, you sitting home and you want to get some basketball news or something like that, some sports news. You don't want to be lied to. You ain't want to turn here. I want somebody to make some shit up and tell me. You go somewhere where you know you can get the facts from. But when you go somewhere and you know for a fact that what he's saying is not a fact, you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is clickbait. Like, what you playing with me now? Because you acting like what you're saying is 100 grand, but it ain't. And then when somebody call you out on it, you got a problem. So now I gotta check. Oh shit, what am I charging? But I got a video for his ass too. And then I found out who I already knew who he was. I didn't know that's who y'all was talking about. The dude, Too Raw. Put one together for him too. Matter of fact, I'll make him episode 3. Episode 1 is Kwame. Episode 2, Ticket VHS. No, it's gonna be 3 because Coon for Life was episode 3. But I'm on it next. I'm definitely on it next. Hey, what the charger to the switch, Nene? What the charger to the switch? Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah. Hey yo.
Yo. I can hear you.
Hold on, my headphones tripping. Trying to get them to connect.
You good?
See. Hold on, let me come in and come back out. I'm about to dip. Hold on, I'm coming right back.
But yeah, these dudes on the internet and these Jordan stands, because it's not all Jordan fans. There's a difference with Jordan fans and Jordan stands and just the lying nut guzzlers who hate facts. And then when you bring up the facts and show proof, like you tell them something, look, this happened, blah, blah. Show them the facts. Oh, it's right here. I need the cord though.
I'm about to charge this. Go charge your phone. Yeah, I'm about to charge it.
All right, thank you. Yeah, but when you bring them the facts and shit, they start name calling. You go on, you like, yo, what you just said wasn't even true. What you said ain't even 100%. Like, that's not a fact, bro. You leaving out parts of this man's career. You lying about this. You lying about another man's career. And then their response is, you're a bronsexual. Man, you're a bitch. Fuck you. And now you want to be disrespectful, name calling, and then you want this to go somewhere, and we start talking about getting physical. Everybody talking about meeting up. Ain't nobody ever going to meet nobody. Ain't nobody going to do nothing. Just creating confusion on the internet. Just a bunch of commotion. Wow, though, bro. And I understand sometimes a dude get to talking too out of pocket, and you want to meet up and whip their ass. But I'm telling you, it's a lot of people who ain't really willing to meet up. They just faking. So I try to stay calm as possible, and I advise anyone else stay calm as possible. Don't take it to heart. Don't take what they saying as truthful or that they really about that or anything like that. It's just supposed to be basketball, bro. Just supposed to be having a debate or a discussion. We just enjoy in a barbershop talk, basically. It ain't never gotta go that far, but people do that for ratings. Like they trying to get views. They trying to get people riled up. They fake. You know everybody like negativity. That's why we watch fights and stuff like that. Everybody gets drawn to negativity in some way. If you see a street fight, you see a video, top top 10 best top 10 street fights of all time. You could click the video. Like you want to see it. It's negativity, but still, it's entertainment. So that's what they do when they fake calling people out and stuff like that. Just entertainment,
Hey yo,
man.
you can hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Salute, man. With M.L.E, man. Talk your shit, man.
Cool, and bro, man, how you doing?
Man, can't call it, man. Just chilling, man. I was over
You
here
got to work today?
cooking them. You said what, bro?
You got to work today?
Yeah, I worked. I had to work earlier.
Oh, I already said, I remember last time I talked to you, you was just getting off work. You was like, man, I'm tired of shit.
Man, I fell asleep on one of the streams, man. I was like, damn, bro, I seen it too. I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, oh shit, he ended the street.
Oh man, we cooling though, man.
Yeah, I was like, shit, it's past week. I was like,
Matter
shit,
of
man,
fact,
I
I think
done
that was
fell
my
asleep.
last time I went live.
Yeah, you was what game was that? The Pacers game?
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And that's
I
crazy.
fell asleep.
When I came on here, it still had me inside the studio, and I was thinking like, why the fuck I'm still in the studio? I ain't even exit all the way out the studio. That was that same day.
She fell asleep too.
That I was drinking the whole time. I be watching the game and shit.
mm-hmm. Shit, man. I was trying to because he was keeping the score up, and I was like, I didn't watch the game. I ain't watching that shit, man. Until Westbrook figure things out, he got to give me like 5. He got to give me like 10 games straight where he can then show out. Man.
Yeah, I be trying to put the whole game on the broadcast, but YouTube be stopping me. And then like I don't know how they be knowing for real. They be knowing, they be shutting my shit down. And then one time I was putting the shit up there. As soon as I turned the motherfucker on, the whole stream went off. Not just YouTube blocking it. The whole stream went off. Where I was streaming the game from. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turned everything off, re-upload everything, and it still ain't going. I didn't even get to watch the rest of the game. I had to go on a line and look at it on the YouTube, just listen to the score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, YouTube be on some bullshit now. But I'm still putting them bitches up there. I'm going to get them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I used to think about the game the other night, man. I seen the highlights. LeBron looking good as usual.
Oh, yeah.
He bringing the
Oh,
A game and stuff like that.
you talking about the Pacers game?
Or the Magic game.
Oh, shoot. Bro. Kendrick Perkins and I forgot the other fat ball D. They said the same thing I've been saying for a while. Bro, they got the team. They got the talent. They definitely got the personnel. They play D when they feel like it. All of them
Yeah.
have the ability to play some lockdown defense and get this team to where it's done. Get this team to a top 5, top 10 defense. But they don't put forth the effort.
They
Now you
really
see the
don't.
first
It's just
half,
the
they was
effort.
lollygagging. The second half, they locked them up.
Lakers don't play with no effort, man.
Even with when they beat the Jazz, they locked them up, kept them under the 100 points. So that showed like whenever they put the effort, they have the ability to get up and go do it. It's all about why you're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I was saying 5 Vogel, people ain't really understand why I kept saying 5 Frank Vogel. That was the reason, because the player's not responding to you. You got to move forward now, because how many games you need evidence? How much evidence you need? How many games going to go by and they show you they're not responding to Frank? He's a defensive-minded coach, and his players won't play defense. That's telling you everything right there.
See, I think as far as coaching, right, I'm glad you brought that up. I really think they really missing Jason Kidd's system though, because they really wasn't running like a Vogel offense. They was really because Vogel runs like a 5 out, but Jason Kidd
Right.
his system is mainly on just like they run a lot of horns. So they bringing in David Fisdale. It's a whole new system. So we done basically had at least 2 or 3 systems and stuff that Well, I know for LeBron, it's been like 4 or 5 since he been in LA with Luke Walton, and they had adjusted him, and then because we all run that pace and space, and then
Right.
Vogel run that 5 out. It's more like a half court set that they run, and then Fizdale, he run like a pace and space. Jason Kidd run like a half court set, but it was more like they were trying to create spacing on the 5 out because they had 2 bigs down low, AD and JaVale. But I think it's what they missing though is JaVale, man. I keep trying to tell them guys like, bro, they missing a serviceable big, man. Like
Yeah.
an athletic big that, what I'm saying, that gets next to Anthony Davis that can, AD soft as fuck, but he's
Right.
still gonna give you
You need
he's
one.
still gonna, he gonna go to work no matter what. But
You need one around his age instead of Dwight. Like Dwight still good as a backup. He good.
Dwight's a
Period.
backup player.
Right. He
Yeah,
good. Period. But he's more effective for the Lakers anyway, coming off the bench.
that's
Especially
just like, the
Dwight be
first
killing
year when
them
they Lakers
second
brought him
units.
back. He's good for the second unit. That's why I thought, like, man, the Lakers should have just kept JaVale. I know JaVale
Yes,
like in the early 30s, but he's still athletic. JaVale takes care of
man,
his
he's
body,
still
man.
balling, bro.
hmm
Man, you see what he doing down there with the Suns?
Man, he balling out in Phoenix, dog. I'm talking about, bro. Like this shit don't make no sense, bro. The Lakers, and you said it, bro. You said it about a month or so ago. You was like Kurt Rambis, then being damn cheap, fucking the
Yep.
roster up, man. I said
And
now
then
it
what I
start
say,
making
I
sense.
said
That
they gonna
nigga,
they they want
M.L.E.
huh?
Go ahead.
That what you saying, bro?
No, I was saying like I said it's all making sense now. Like
No, I'm saying like, remember I said Vogel will wind up being fired. I said Vogel on the verge of getting the fuck out of there because the plan from the jump was to have Jason Kidd as the coach before they even won the chip. But Kidd gone now. That's the only reason why I feel they really hesitant right now because they don't know who they're gonna put in that head coach position. And then I also, I'm really do the conspiracy theories, but I throw them out right
mm-hmm.
now. I really felt as though Westbrook and them, they was fucking up like this on purpose to get David Fizdale that head coach job because
But
he's
David
black.
Fizdale ain't
That's
that
LeBron
headache
homeboy.
is yeah. I think that's what the whole I
It's
think
not a
that's what
lot
the
of
whole
black head
gig of it
coaches.
is. hmm But no, a lot of black head coaches don't give they get an opportunity though. It's all kind of like scripted, I would say. Now, I don't like you said,
Right.
I don't want to try to sound like no conspiracy theories, but they don't really give a lot of black head coaches and stuff like that.
Oh, this is
Too
the thing
much.
though.
I mean, what the last black head coach I would say that was actually winning championships back to back was like what the Celtics head coach in the '80s. Well, he only won but like three,
Right. But that's what I'm
and
saying.
the
Like, that's
coach
not
was
even
Red
a conspiracy
Auerbach.
theory because that's actually
Auerbach was
a
like,
fact.
mm-hmm,
What you just said, that's actually a fact. That's
mm-hmm.
not even a conspiracy theory because the players even said it. And that's why I was looking like, you look at some of them turnovers Westbrook was doing, it was like, look intentional. Like he
Yeah, it's
intentionally
like
throwing
he
the ball
just
to the other
yeah
team and
he
shit like that. Like, what the fuck is going on? And all them homeboys and David, that's their homeboy too. And then like they've been pushing to get more black coaches, head coaching jobs. Just like with Chauncey Billups, they pushed to get him in Portland to be a head coach, shit like that.
mm-hmm.
So that's why I started looking at it like me. It looked like he doing this shit on purpose to try to get Vogel out there and get his man in there. Them niggas gonna start playing for real and then get David a ring. So if you got the
Mm-hmm.
black head coach and he win a ring, he get more job opportunities after that.
But I think who really be calling the shots though, low key might be Phil Jackson though, man. He might just be like a consultant. I think Phil Jackson, he might even though I think even though him and Jenny, they not dating anymore. But I think behind the scenes, Phil he puts his own input because he like look, what I'm saying, Brown and his posse trying to run shit. Maybe y'all need a damn, put some
Right.
input on what y'all like. So because I think Vogel, like you said, Vogel's probably gonna be gone, and I think they're gonna get Fizdale up out of there too. And I don't think Phil Handy's
Yeah.
gonna be the coach. Phil Handy might go somewhere else and get another coaching job, another assistant coaching job for another team. So I think this is the
Yeah,
play
because
though. I
people
think
was
they're gonna
thinking,
try to get because not a
get
lot of
who?
good coaches out in the market. They gonna get somebody, but I don't know who it is though. It ain't gonna be Mike D'Antoni. I know that for a fact. But it's gonna be some coach from some. I don't know, but I just know it's gonna be a coach from some coaching tree, some good coach, man.
I think they're gonna push. I think Vogel gonna be fired next game we lose. I think he's gonna be fired. And then
See, I think that was a rumor though. They said they was managing everything he was doing as a coach. They just evaluating him because the rumor got out that Kurt Rambis was pushing for him to run more of a big man lineup. But I think this is what they gonna do though. I think they just gonna play it on up because they know they can't get rid of Russ. And Vogel, there's no point even firing Vogel. You got to just hold out the season, I guess. That's what the Lakers feel like they don't have really a chance of winning a championship. They still got it. I still think they can win a championship, but I mean, the
They
odds is
can.
kind of looking low for me personally.
See, what I kept saying was once they get Vogel out the way, and after the All-Star break, it's gonna be you're gonna see a whole different swag with this team. They're gonna be a whole different team, bro. They're gonna play way different, and they're gonna start looking like everything that everybody expected. Because, like I said, I believe that was the plan from the jump. Get rid of Vogel. That was a plan years ago. But how can you fire a coach that just won a chip?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second year, he had an excuse. His players was injured. Just like I believe he would have been fired if it wasn't for Kendrick Nunn and Trevor Ariza being injured so long. And then Braun got hurt and AD got hurt. He has too many injuries for you to fire this man. So he had a built-in excuse right there. But you look at this dude rotations and shit like that, his lineups. He using the big men wrong. Like you got big men sitting on the bench and you getting killed on the boards, and you still got these dudes on the bench. Like people do, all right, blame Westbrook, blame LeBron. Yeah, they to a certain degree, yes, they get the blame, but a larger part of that goes on the coach.
Yeah,
You
because
ain't
the
putting them
coaches
in
are going to be the
the
scapegoat.
positions to be successful.
Coaches always going to have everything is always going to fall back on the coach, though. Because what I think
Right.
with I think with Vogel is like Vogel's not a bad coach, but he's not a great coach, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, it makes
you
sense
know,
because I feel the same way. I feel as though Vogel is better off as an assistant coach.
assistant coach. It's because he's
Because
defensive minded and
right, he really specializes in one area.
You know who I really
So
wanted the
that's
coach to
some
be though,
assistant coach
man?
type shit. Huh?
I really wanted what's his face to be the coach, man. What's his name from in Phoenix, man?
Oh, Monty.
Yeah, I really wanted Monty Williams to be the coach.
Yeah, that'd have been cool. And then that LeBron homeboy too.
You know, that was Anthony Davis' old coach.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he had some type of connection to one of them dudes.
Yeah, he coached AD and stuff out there in in New Orleans and stuff like that. And I think his system really fits like AD style of play though. And
Mm-hmm.
before Monty even got, you know what I'm saying, before they let him go, because Monty was if you remember, Monty was assistant coach for OKC. He was Westbrook's old coach too. And remember, his
Right.
wife had got his wife had gotten she had gotten a car accident.
Fit in perfectly. But as far as coaches that's available, I really can't think of none. It really ain't a lot out there. But as far as the effort part, like I said with the Magic game, he did his thing, but he was chucking up a lot of shots too that I didn't agree with because I'm like, you're not
Yeah.
picking the spots right now. It looked like he ready to try to throw the game. But Russ didn't do too bad except when it came to guarding Karis LeVert. And I like Shorty. I don't care what anybody got to say. He was the shits in Brooklyn. He was better than Spencer Dinwiddie till he got
Oh
hurt.
yeah, Karras. Yeah, Karras really be doing his thing out there, man. And
Yeah, bucket.
I think he's a tremendous role player and stuff like that. I think that team, what I'm saying, with D'Angelo and those guys, Jared Dudley, like they really have really great chemistry. I think any team that has a locker room guy and what I'm saying, that can, to help manage the egos and stuff like that, like a Jared Dudley, it helps,
And
man.
that's what we missing.
That's what we
That's what
missing.
we
I think
missing.
that's what the Lakers missing that. And Jerry Dudley said he wanted to come back, man. He just, you
Frank,
know.
Kurt, he ain't want to pay that man to be sitting on the bench, not knowing that
Mm-hmm.
certain elements you need to win a chip,
Yeah.
and that's one of the elements.
Even though Lil
And
Quinn, man, Quinn Cook, you know what I'm saying? You know, DMV.
yeah, only thing about Quinn, man, he played himself to the bench, man. I wanted Shorty to be on the team. I liked it, Joe,
Yeah.
because when he
But
first
Quinn
started
Cook, he
popping
got
off
that
with Golden
championship
State,
pedigree too.
yeah, them times when Steph was out and he got the start, he was shining. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the pressure of playing for the Lakers and playing with LeBron. It crushed players. It crushed their confidence.
So you saying like Quinn Cook had like, you know, his confidence was kind of low playing next to LeBron and the Lakers? I mean, 'cause, you know, the Lakers was
Yeah,
his team. You know, he's a Laker fan, so
yeah,
you
but
know,
it's different when you playing for them and
it's
everything you
different.
do
Yeah,
is under a microscope.
yeah, that might. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Look
You
at Danny Green.
putting on the coffin
Danny
now.
Green already a champion, played for the Spurs. Look how he was playing for us though.
Yeah, just coming
His
off a
defense still
championship
was
with
there for
Kawhi
real.
and Toronto with
Wasn't the
Phil
same,
Andy.
but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't knocking down them threes like he was doing with the
See, I
Spurs, and
thought
then
Danny Green, even though Danny Green wasn't hitting them shot, but I think Danny Green played tremendous defense though, man. Like
yeah, that's what I was saying. His defense still was there, but we got you for 3 and D, not just
we got
defense,
you
nigga.
here. Yeah.
And then he go
Remember
to Philly and
KCP
he
was
starts
struggling.
shooting.
Remember when KCP was struggling, and you know the Laker Nation was bullying him and stuff like that on Twitter, and
Yeah,
they
so
bullied this
about
man to play better. Him and Caruso, because Caruso was
Danny
struggling
Green
too.
said
See,
he got
people.
death threats.
Oh yeah, that was in the finals. Yeah, they were threatening him and his wife,
Right.
fiance at the
He
time.
ain't never say that shit happened when he was playing for the Spurs.
Yeah, we ain't got no team. Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of shit to deal with outside of basketball that can affect you on the court. And you
Right.
see it every time. All right, a player might be doing good here, and then we get them down to the Lakers, and it's like they left their game at the team that they just came from. Wesley
Wesley Matthews.
Matthews,
Mm-hmm. He
straight
balling in damn
disappeared.
Milwaukee right now.
Right.
He was almost out the fucking league.
But that year before, he was playing good with the Bucks. He get down here, he
Mm-hmm.
can't make a jump
And
shot.
then when he played for the Lakers, you know, he played like shit. He played himself to be on the bench, and then he didn't even get an offer from the team. Nobody picked him up in the offseason, M.L.E.
Yeah, I seen that.
He back in the league. He balling out. You know, he could have already been on the team.
Who he play for now?
Milwaukee. They picked him
Oh, he
up.
back with Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. And bro, it was Christmas. Bro, it was Christmas game I was watching when they played Boston, and bro, he was knocking down some crazy shots, like some like clutch shots, and you know, in the clutch. And I was like, damn, bro, like how come he do this shit with the Lakers? I mean, my brother was talking. He my older brother. You know, I call him older brother. He my brother-in-law. You know, we
Yeah,
sitting the talk. We watching the game. He's like, damn. We should eating Christmas dinner. He's like, man, motherfucker ain't hit shit with us, man.
exactly. And you know, another thing I noticed that people don't think about when they be talking about, oh, wow, LeBron want to play with other stars and stuff like that. LeBron looked to play with stars and veteran players because of that. Because of
Mm-hmm.
they dealt with that type of pressure before. You've been in the leagues X amount of years, like you're a veteran. You didn't dealt with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of criticism and shit like that, so you've been through it. You can get through it. So
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, knowing that this microscope won't come down on you, that's why he don't want to deal with these young players because they can't handle that shit, and it's just going to be chaos.
See, I
So
think
why
the
even play
younger, I
with him?
think out of all them young players that would have, you know, LeBron that would have learned from LeBron and played with him, and I don't think he would have folded was Lonzo, bro. Even though Lonzo wasn't like a
Yeah,
pure shooter, but I think Lonzo, him just playing defense and facilitating stuff like that, he'll hit some shots.
Yeah,
You know.
that's the only. I agree with that. He the only one that probably could have dealt with it,
Yeah.
and he still
Shoot,
want
like
to come
Josh
down here.
Hart, he ain't hitting. Brandon Ingram, you know.
Oh, Ingram definitely couldn't deal with it, especially that
Yeah.
LeBron going to trade you. I know that shit hurt.
Oh yeah, when they was in Indiana, niggas was
Yeah,
trolling.
nigga missing free throws. That stuff affected them. And then them little dudes already had egos from being top picks. And then once you get here and get next to LeBron, you see that you ain't what you thought you was.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of killed them little dudes.
Yeah, he
But
killed their
Lonzo,
confidence.
right? You see the way Lonzo playing now though. All that pressure ain't on him no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like Brandon Ingram. He got a nice game, but his team still suck. Because
Yeah,
people
I don't
point
think
out like
Ingram's great. His game is not translating as far as benefiting the
winning,
team.
right?
It's not
Because
benefit
people
winning
like
and winning for a team as a whole. Like it's like he go out and get his, he good to go. And I think that's one of the things like Ingram gotta understand. Like, bro, it ain't about you, man. It's about the squad, bro.
and
Like, bro,
that's
he
why I
could,
was
they
just
could,
talking about
bro.
stat pattern. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was just talking about stat pattern. Because Kuzma used to stat pat while he was on the team with us too. Especially after he seen Brandon Ingram get his contract. A lot of times you seen Kuzma just going out there going for his. Because he was trying to
Mm-hmm.
play for a contract
Trying to play for
instead of
that
just playing
contract,
to
yeah.
win. Right. Stat pattern. And that's why I brought up the top. Like every player stat pads. You can't find one
Yeah.
player in NBA history that don't or didn't.
Yeah, because
The
everybody
greats.
stat pad.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Michael,
said about a
Kobe,
rookie.
Magic.
Bro, if you was a rookie right now and they put you in garbage minutes and the game basically already over, what you gonna do? I just want to get in the books.
Mm-hmm. Try to
That's
get, you know
that
what I'm
bad.
saying, get my stocks up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
At least I scored. I could get that on record.
yeah, I put some points on the board. Got a couple rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 2 or 3 assists. That's about it.
Exactly.
You know.
Because that helps them later on. That helps them get better contracts and stuff like that. That's why people they be watching their stats and shit like that. They be trying to get certain stats to make sure they get high up in the All-Star voting. Because you know when them All-Stars and All NBA shit hit they resume, it helps their contract, the negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't understand that part. They just like, oh, this man stat pad and I don't like it. But when my favorite player did it, I didn't care. It's a double standard.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, these people that don't like LeBron, it's like envy, man. Like,
Yeah, that's what it
it's not a
is.
good thing, man. They just envy of this a man that they don't even know. Like, you know, so I can see LeBron. You know what I'm saying? This nigga did some dirty shit to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That LeBron did he? You know what I'm saying? He stole some money from you. So he stole your girl. Like,
Right. That's why I don't understand a lot of black people who be hating on them the way they be doing. But there's a lot of people that be even on YouTube in the comment section about a lot of racist motherfuckers. They don't even watch basketball. They just don't like LeBron.
yeah, that's
So you
the
add them with the
motherfuckers.
black people that's hating on them, and now you got a massive crowd because
Yeah,
they don't
you
even
added
know
into the
they
motherfuckers
just
who
hating
call him the
because they
China
racist and
and
don't like this nigga, especially at the way he said to Trump. Like that shit just was dead with white people, racist white people with him. That like that gave them the ammunition. Like we going full throttle at this nigga now. He telling too many white
mm-hmm.
people no. He talking back to white people, white men. Like they don't like that shit. He got too much
Yeah,
power. So
just
they
added
in the
more
comment
ammunition to
sections and people
the
got these hate.
mm-hmm. Man, you right about that, bro. Like,
What you say?
now it sounds like you right about that. Like, it's just added more, you know what I'm saying, ammunition to, you know, the gunfight they had with LeBron, you know. I'm
Right.
not like a LeBron fan, but so I ain't gonna sit there and hate on the man, and because I always had
And
a
that's
profound respect for that nigga. I was like, bro, that's a LeBron. He doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never gave me
exactly.
the impression that I hated him. I'm like, bro, like it'd be sometimes I've lost some money. You know what I'm saying? With, betting with LeBron, but what I'm
Nigga, I
saying? Come
lost
on,
some money
you
betting
gonna
with
bound
LeBron.
up. You gonna lose money here and there. Money is meant to be. You know what I'm saying? You meant to lose money and make it. You know what I'm saying? Make it back. You gonna get money back.
Right.
That's how you play your cards right and shit. In this life game. But you know what I'm saying? I starting to believe, man, like motherfuckers really don't like this nigga because they probably lost some money from this nigga. Like, you hear the motherfuckers like on, DVD channel and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like everything, bro, it has to pertain to like, LeBron wasn't playing nobody good, or LeBron out they stat pattern, LeBron this, LeBron that. You know what I'm
Saying some
saying?
wild shit. Hey, this the
The
crazy
greatest
part, right?
loser.
This the crazy part. We was betting game for game, right? This was
Mm-hmm.
2016. I stopped
Mm-hmm.
betting because they went down 3-1. I stopped betting. This nigga came back and won. I was like, bitch. I just lost.
Yeah.
Look, I just lost because of them 3 games. We going game for game. And then I'm like, fuck it, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
bet no more. This shit over with. This nigga came back and won. I'm like, shit, if I'd have kept betting, because I ain't bet the whole series. We just was going game to game.
You gonna gain the game. Oh, okay. I would have bet that series though.
Oh no, I was in jail. I was still locked up. We was just betting game to game. Like we bet on anything. Like, all right, the next play, LeBron will come down. He gonna make a 3. We'd bet on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like any bet you can make up that's going on while the game going on. But I'm looking at DVD channel one day. Not so just recently. The dude like, oh, LeBron apologized and he took responsibility for the way they lost and all that. Dude said he
Yeah.
don't mean it. The dude said he don't mean that shit. Like, yo, how
You
you
don't
know he
mean
don't
it.
mean it? Man, he don't mean it. I don't believe him. Like, so all right. So if we lose the next game, that means he didn't mean it, don't it? Like, how the fuck? Like, yo, is he for real right now? You really taking off how somebody's feeling sad with an outcome of a game. How you gonna tell this man he don't feel the way he feel, or tell anybody he don't feel this and that? Like you won with LeBron or something.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes is crazy, especially over there, and that's why I'm cooking them niggas now. Dude, I'm editing videos right now. I'm cooking shit out of like for real. Like it's easy to check them niggas. It's just hella content to just go off on them niggas. They say the wildest things over there. Said
Yeah,
Kobe would have
ticket.
never.
DVD. He
Kobe
let
would
that
have
shit
never snapped
happen.
that. What'd you
Mm-hmm.
say?
I said DVD just let that shit ride too, cause he know deep down inside he like, man, I don't really hate this nigga LeBron. Like he even was, bro, it was. I think around the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like when he made that apology,
Yeah.
DVD was trying to tell him like, man, come on, man, y'all can't get on. He said the man apologized, man. Like
Right. Right.
he
He
went on
definitely
record
said that.
saying, you know what I'm saying, Laker Nation, and everybody, oh, ticket, man, shoot the thing, man. Look, he ain't genuine.
Right.
That Matt Fat whatever that dude is, man. That dude.
Right. That
That's
was
one of
right
the.
before we beat the Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, if we lose the next game, that means he didn't mean it. And Ticker was like, and we gonna come in here and roast his ass. Now let's say he'd have went out there, this nigga would have had 3 steals, 2 blocks, and dropped like 40. You blaming the loss on him? It's a team sport. Like what the fuck? You can't make everybody else do what they supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I think
They
LeBron,
just
for
say
the
the
record, like
dumbest shit.
LeBron, right? Like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? he out there balling out, you know what I'm saying? But the team got to contribute too. Like, he just can't do everything. It's like, that's why I say I think LeBron playing with him, you know what I'm saying, does kill niggas' confidence because it's like, okay, if I mess up, I'm gonna be talked about all throughout, social media. I got family that, you know what I'm saying, they see this and stuff like that, and first take, undisputed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
Right. And then
that's why I
them
think, like,
dudes did. Go ahead, bro.
now I was just saying, like, it's just a lot of, like you said, like a lot of, everything is a microscope when it comes to the Lakers, though,
Only person who don't got an excuse with that microscope is AD. AD have no excuse on why he's playing the way he's playing. Yeah, he injured right now, but when he wasn't injured, what was he doing? Playing like some shit. Look out of shape. He feel like he gained some weight. And he wasn't doing.
Who, bro?
He wasn't doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing like that last year too. That's where I was leaning towards. They was trying to sabotage Vogel. That's the only reason why I was leaning towards that. Because I'm like, this dude just coming off a chip. He fired up. He was all pumped up, talking about I want to follow LeBron to another. What he say, like 4 more chips or some shit he said like that. He want to follow you to 4 more chips or something. But you come out playing the way you playing, like it's just none of it added up. Even his free throws was getting horrible. When AD starts shooting free throws and you like he missed 2 in a row multiple consistently. AD ain't never been shooting like that. He was the best free throw shooter on our team. So now when he go to the free throw line, it's questionable. LeBron could probably make them bitches more than AD and make them now. LeBron free throws actually been decent this year. I give him that. That's something he need to work on more though. But they've been decent this year.
Mm-hmm. See, I think with I definitely think there's gonna be some trades though with this team. Like, they're definitely gonna be a trade or two. Like, I think the main players I would say, I don't think Westbrook might be traded. I think they're just gonna hold him out until the
I think he
season.
getting traded.
I hope he gets traded, but because I've seen some rumors about like Houston and stuff like that, and they trying to trade for John Wall was going to be included in that trade that Houston wants to send their pick, but I don't think it's going to be a
Yeah.
protected pick. I think it's going to be like an unprotected pick for 2027, and like another pick or whatever. I think that might be unprotected as well too with John Wall. I'm like, well, that's kind of odd for Houston to want to get Russell Westbrook back on their team and stuff like that. After they done
Mm-hmm.
sent them, they traded them for John Wall and shit.
That's why I was sitting there thinking too, like other than what I was already stuck in my head, John Wall coming to the Lakers. Other than that, I was thinking like it's going to be a 3-team trade, and Ben Simmons going to end up on the Lakers
Yeah,
because that's the only way they could really get
it's
that done.
possible.
They got to be a 3-team
Mm,
trade because Philly
right.
they gonna try to play stupid anyway because they know that's where he want to go, so they don't really want to send him there. And then we ain't got really what they want because what they want we not going to give them. We ain't giving up AD. But if another team got a good player and some assets or whatever, and we could get in a 3-team trade, and I think that's what they try and do. Like if they get in a 3-team trade with somebody like the Pistons, New York, the Cleveland Cavaliers, or some shit like that, Ben Simmons is going to be a Laker.
See,
You
I think
know
this with LeBron. I
they
think
send
LeBron
him straight over there.
he got like a lot of respect for the Lakers organization. I think he did come to LA, you know what I'm saying, for, post retirement, for the, for, money and stuff like that and, movies and, but I still think he got a lot of respect and love for this franchise. For he's trying to set the
Mm-hmm.
Lakers up to try to make them, great again stuff. Cause I think LeBron, I think
That's their
LeBron was a
future.
Lakers fan growing up. Yeah, it's the future. Like,
Yeah, he was a
so
Kobe fan. He was a
hmm
Kobe fan. He was a
he
Magic
even came
fan
to
too.
Lakers. Yeah, he came to some Laker games when he was, just a teenager and stuff. So, you know, I think
He's,
LeBron, he got a lot of love and respect for this franchise, man. He said he
yeah.
wanted to retire a Laker, so
I don't got him retired to Lakers. I got him playing out the rest of his contract and then going back to
I think he's
Cleveland
gonna
and
retire.
retiring.
Yeah, I mean, when the
I think he going.
pandemic, he was on IG Live. Yeah, I think he might retire Cleveland Cavalier too, because
Yeah, I
it just
got him. I
sounds
got him
right.
winning. I got him getting another chip while he here, probably two, and then
I
going
think he's gonna
back to
win two
Cleveland
more.
his last year and retire there.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be playing as much. He might sit on the bench or something like that. Knowing LeBron.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like his last year, I doubt if he going out there being the usual LeBron James. He gonna be the
Yeah,
LeBron James that nobody really wanted to see. Like you don't want to see this man coming out of the bench. You don't want to see this man out
yeah.
there and it's like, oh, here go the drop off like Carmelo. You
hmm
don't want to see a Carmelo situation with LeBron.
See, knowing LeBron, in his mind, he probably feel like he would never come off the bench or something like that. Like that's why he's playing at a high at a
Right.
higher level. You know what I'm saying? He playing, bro. LeBron, shit. It's like he done turned the clock around, man, for him. And I think LeBron can play until he's 40. I think he can do it. I literally think
Of
deep
course.
down inside, I think LeBron can do it, man.
I
There's only
think
but so
that's
many
when he gonna
great
retire.
players.
He gonna retire when
Yeah,
he in
he got
his 40s.
like Tom Brady, like 43, 44 out here still playing
Uh,
fucking at the highest level. This nigga, the oldest
I
nigga out
bet
here winning championships, Super
he gonna play
Bowls.
that first year when his son a rookie. He gonna be in the league.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He
He's
gonna play
still
when
gonna be
Bronny
here.
play.
Right. So he got some time left. And then the way he playing, like even if he loses
Mm-hmm.
athleticism, his game, like his IQ can carry him over as him running the point guard and taking the mid-range jumpers, the little post fadeaways, and you see he shoot the three a lot now too. So his game
Yeah.
gonna transition into that, and him not trying to blow past everybody.
I think that's why with the Lakers was that's they and I think for himself, he doesn't want to have that load where he got to play point guard, just like that. The season when we won a championship and stuff like that. I actually think LeBron plays better when he's. I mean, I ain't gonna say he plays better. I think he plays a lot better when he's running the point. You know what I'm saying? Compared to
Yeah,
the niggas that
definitely.
Cleveland had. Lonzo. So Lonzo was decent. He was solid. He played defense, but Lonzo just could never stay healthy.
Right.
And that's one thing I hate about Lonzo. I don't say I hate about him, but I'd say that's one of the things I hate that always happen to him is when he gets hurt. Lonzo gets hurt
Mm-hmm.
at the wrong time of the season. I'm like, damn. You see, he getting hurt in Chicago, but you know, with LeBron though, better LeBron, like that second year, when LeBron second year in the Lakers and we got AD. Now LeBron's out here just killing it, man. Like Avery Bradley out there shooting three, getting Avery Bradley right. Danny Green, KCP setting AD up. JaVale.
Right.
Like it was just a good team. I wouldn't say a good team. It was just a great team. Like it was a really really great team, man. Hey, LeBron AD each and every night was going off. Like LeBron, he'll have a night where he just go off. AD got the next night. LeBron got that
Right.
night. AD got this night. Like it might be a night where LeBron go off a couple nights and AD go off a couple. I was like, and then AD he get hurt obviously.
Them
That's what
dudes
he
was
do.
locked in. They
But
was
they was locked
focused.
in though. Yeah, they was focused, man. Like that was the ultimate goal was to get that ring, and they got it. But it's just like, damn, like the injuries kind of just fucked the Lakers up, though, man, for the
Hell
past two
yeah.
seasons.
And people trying to discredit the ring.
Oh yeah, because the Lakers they wanted to run that shit back though.
Yeah. I think them injuries and those moves fucked it up too.
Yeah, it definitely was some poor moves. Like it
They
was
should have
some
never got
questionable
Dennis.
moves too.
LeBron liked Dennis. Like he liked your game. He always talked about Dennis when he was in Atlanta, but he just never had the attitude. That's why when they picked him up, I'm like, why they get Dennis? But then he talking about
Yeah,
he
'cause
don't
remember
want to come
Dennis
out
was
the bench.
talking about how he wanted. Yeah, he didn't want to come out the bench and stuff like that. He was a starting point guard.
And
Dennis wanted that bag.
you ain't start since you was in Atlanta. So what the fuck made him like? Where did his ego come from? Like you didn't even start since you was in Atlanta, bro. You and
Mm-hmm.
Bazemore, you and Bazemore was together. Like that was damn
Yeah.
near still rookies.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about coming to the Lakers and starting when you a 6 man of the year candidate. That was the wrong idea right there. Y'all should be like, you know what? Fuck that contract. We going a different way.
Yeah. So I think the Lakers should have just kept Danny Green, but I don't know. It probably was one of the things that he probably didn't see himself coming back
Shit,
because
Danny
the
Green.
death threats and shit. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we should have. I think we
definitely.
should have kept Danny Green, man. You know he wasn't hitting shit, but I think it would have helped because it kind of balanced the team out. I would say because
He was playing
we had
defense.
a
I ain't
shooting
never
guard.
trust him. I
I didn't trust
always
Danny
called
Green in
him a
the
double
clutch
agent.
though, but
No, I'm saying period.
like
I called him a double agent from day one because I was like, yo, how you go from calling Kawhi Jordan and winning the chip with him and it's your man's and not go with you to the Clippers, you come to the Lakers?
well, he originally was supposed to go to Dallas though. If you remember, he was about to sign with Dallas, and then I think the Lakers just sound like a better
Right.
move for him and stuff like that. So he ended up just
But I'm saying,
choosing
why not go
LA.
to the Clippers though? It just
Yeah, that
ain't make
makes
sense to
sense.
me. That's why I was like, man, this
But
man
I
a
don't
double
think the
agent.
Clippers really had money for him though. He could have went.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right. He could
possible.
have went to damn.
He probably wanted more money, but I'm looking like it just seem crazy to me. And I'm like, man, nigga, a double agent. He working for Kawhi, and then Kawhi just did that bullshit trying to stagnate our team. I said, man, they trying to pull a fast one. No, man, get that guy out of there. Like you purposely held out with your decision and waited till all the top free agents and the mid-level free agents get picked up to whereas though we had to pick up garbage. Like players who had
Mm-hmm.
no market. I ain't even gonna call them garbage because they wasn't garbage. They just didn't
Oh
have
yeah,
no
like
market.
Avery Bradley and shit.
Yeah, nobody wanted Avery Bradley, just got waived. Nobody wanted Rondo. Nobody wanted KCP. Nobody wanted me. Like all these players
Yeah,
didn't
'cause
have a
remember we were
market.
supposed to be getting Kawhi did us dirty. We were supposed to be getting like because the Lakers were interested in D'Angelo Russell. They were
Yep.
interested in I
Kemba
guess
Walker.
Kyrie Irving. They were trying to get Seth Curry and some other players and stuff, but we had to
Yep.
settle for Avery Bradley. We brought back JaVale McGee, which I thought was it was decent. I wasn't mad about that. He came
We
back.
was trying to get TJ
Uh,
McConnell.
we said we're trying to get TJ McConnell. It was some good serviceable players that we were trying to
Lopez.
get. Yeah, we're trying to get Lopez back on the roster and stuff like that too. But I mean, shit, it helped that it worked out in the Lakers' favor though. Shit, fuck Kawhi.
Exactly. And that's why I said
That,
calm as a
that's that's
motherfucker.
how I felt at the time. That bro, because I worked, my old job and shit. Everybody was just hopping on the Clipper bandwagon and shit. Oh, the Clippers, man. I got the Clippers winning. The Clippers just the best team, and they better than the Lakers. And you
And
had
they went away
Jackie
overnight.
McMullen up there on ESPN on Sports Nation running her. I just don't think this Lakers team just better than the Clippers. The Clippers are like the '96 Bulls. Like, what I'm saying? Jackie McMullen, her ass up there just running her mouth, yapping about the Clippers, man. She had that Clipper dick in her mouth throughout the
They
damn
pumped Kawhi
show.
here.
Jalen Rose, can't forget about his capping ass.
Yep. Jalen Rose,
Um,
Wiley.
Wiley, oh yeah, he love them Clippers. Yeah, he Clipper fan.
Mm-hmm.
His goofy
Great.
ass. And then you
Crazy
had
thing is, a lot of people be saying he be hating on LeBron. Like, I ain't like that Clipper shit he did, but he called LeBron the GOAT.
mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, they went away overnight. Nobody talks about them no more. Like after that, it just was no more Clippers fans. They just came and went.
Yeah, because remember back in
I
2019,
can't
I think
find
this was
one.
like the summer of 2019, heading into like the fall. Everybody was just the Clipper. I was like, bro, I ain't never seen this many people that like the Clippers. I'm
It's
like,
blue
bro,
and
I
white
remember like
everywhere.
2 or 3 niggas I knew that like the Clippers back when I was in high school because of Lob City. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you know, other than that, you know, I ain't really seen many, Clipper fanatics and stuff like that, except for Clipper Daryl, his goofy behind.
Yeah, he
Clipper
the only
time.
real Clipper.
Yeah, he a real Clipper fan. That's a die-hard Clipper nigga, bro.
He
Like
the only Clipper fan.
Clippers. He had what's his name? Pitbull Patrick Beverly run his big fat ass by. I just got a ring. That nigga jump up to, I got a ring. A ring? Nigga, you ain't even, bro. What did you do even get a ring, bro? Trez up there on Sports Nation, like, man, I was up there. I was turned, man, when I found out the news. Like,
And them dudes ain't go nowhere. And they had an undeserved arrogance. That's what I ain't like about them too. Like they was arrogant and ain't won nothing. Like how y'all arrogant? Y'all ain't done shit. Ain't done nothing. And then y'all lose in hilarious fashion. Up 3-1. Your best players go scoreless a whole half. The second half at that, no points at all. Getting cooked by little Jamal Murray, my little man. And now,
boy, that Denver
and the
team
crazy
cooked
thing
them,
about
boy.
that is y'all go from pumping up the Clippers and all this shit. They're a better team. They're gonna get the ring. They lose. Lakers get the ring. Now it's a Mickey Mouse ring, and y'all discredit the ring. But when the Clippers was ready to get it, it was all good. I don't understand it.
Yeah, they was bigging them Clippers up. Them Clippers was like the best team since the '96 Bulls. I'm like, bro,
Exactly.
that's all you
All the,
heard was nothing but Clipper fans, bro.
every superstar on them teams voted to play in a bubble. They played in a bubble. One team won. So how can you discredit them for winning? Giannis, Kawhi, Harden, Westbrook, all the top teams, Lowry and them, all them dudes played.
Mm-hmm.
Every team had at least 2 stars on that was in there competing for that championship, and the Lakers won. As soon as they win, now it's a Mickey Mouse ring, and he had a super team. How the fuck is that a super team if it's just 2 All-Stars? And y'all been calling the rest of the roster trash the whole year. You remember that? Bro, they called the whole roster trash the whole fucking year. Say Rondo old and washed up. They don't believe playoff Rondo still exists. KCP might get
Mm-hmm.
traded. He can't be consistent with his jumper. Avery Bradley, well, he's washed up. The Warriors didn't even want him. I mean, Memphis didn't even want him.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard, well,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting bounced around team for team. He's not the same guy no more. He's slow. Like, they was
Yeah,
disrespecting
because
all
remember
them
he was
dudes.
out the league. He was almost out the league. Because
Right.
if it wasn't for DeMarcus Cousins getting hurt in the off season, because I remember when that shit transpired, bro.
I was
All
hurt.
that shit was going on. I was hurt too. I was like, damn, man, DeMarcus Cousins got hurt. I remember I went to
Left
work
my
one day,
mind.
bro. Yeah, and then I found that they was like, yeah, the Lakers they working out. What was it not? What Dwight Howard and Joe King? No, I was like, huh? All I could do was laugh. I was like, bro, ain't no way.
I
Dwight
already
already
knew
left
they
a bad
wasn't
taste
going to
in the
go get
Lakers.
Noah.
Oh yeah, no, and LeBron probably like, man, I don't know about this nigga, man. We'll just go get spicy Dwight.
And look what Noah did after that. He went and played for the Clippers.
When play with the Clippers, that shit ain't work out
Yeah.
for him.
But look, how is that a super team, though? All these players that
Right.
we just went through, y'all said all of them was trash. They was garbage. Alex Caruso is the
Yeah,
MVP player.
they was trashing Lakers. They was making memes about calling the Lakers a meme team. Even when we had Lance Stevens on the roster, it was a meme. I
Exactly.
guarantee if we won that championship, that'd have been a super team. Oh,
Bro,
they got a super
exactly.
team,
Right.
man.
And this the fucked up part about that roster, yo. and it was Luke Walton's fault, but I can't blame him 100% because he was put in a fucked up predicament. You want him to go out there and get a championship, but you also telling him to develop the young players. You can't do both.
Yeah, develop the young players. Why you got LeBron James on your team
Right.
with some older guy vets and stuff like that, Rondo
Right.
and JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson, and shit, I think at one point we had damn Michael Beasley on the team.
Yeah, we had Mike Beasley, we had Mike Muscala, we had Reggie Bullock.
Yeah, Savit Makalu.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's why all them players got mad because they was
Tyson
expected to
Chandler.
have bigger roles. They was expected to get more minutes, but they didn't because Luke was told to develop players also. So he can't develop and get these dudes all these minutes, and that's what fucked up that whole team. And then everybody started
I
getting
think
into
Luke Walton wasn't a bad coach though. I just think it just didn't play out for him. Like it just
no.
things on both parties just didn't correlate how it was
They
supposed
ain't.
to though. Like
They didn't get that man a direct objective.
right.
So what are you supposed to do? You can't get a he can't get a solid rotation because he got to play the old dudes because they came here to help LeBron get a chip, help the Lakers get a chip. But I was also told to develop our young talent. But you can't do both.
Yeah. You think they still would have won the championship if they never got rid of her and they would have kept Luke while we had 80? I think, bro, we probably would have done better offensively and still probably would have balled out defensively as well too.
I think they was gonna win regardless.
No
Just
matter who the coach was.
nope.
Probably didn't. I
Motivated,
wouldn't say D'Antoni would be a good coach, but
a motivated LeBron James healthy with a healthy Anthony Davis. It was over with. And then you got a high IQ Rondo. It was over. Right there.
yeah, everybody was focused. Everybody was laser focused. Everybody wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? I think the Lakers, everybody was locked in, man. Like,
And then we had the Twin Towers 2.0.
mm-hmm.
The White and JaVale McGee. They was blocking
Yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about they was out there, boys. Them boys out there having fun, and you know, it was a good. It was games, where we didn't. We lost some games, stuff like that, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
thought
of
we was
course.
trash.
That was growing pains. And this is another thing, right? This is how you can tell effort means a lot when you out there. And it ain't always the style of basketball and shit. Because most teams is going with the big man that can step out, shoot the three, or put the ball on the floor. You feel me? We won a chip with two traditional big men. They're not 3-point. They're not dudes that space the floor. JaVale nor Dwight. And we won a chip with them because of their effort and dedication and how they put themselves, they stuck together and was focused on getting that chip. And they utilized their talents to affect the outcome of them games. Like he can't step out to shoot the three, but what's his strong suit? He's a defender. He's a rim protector. He's gonna go out there, defend, get them shot, block them shots. JaVale McGee, he can move. He could guard small forwards, power forwards, and centers. And we went out there with big men who can't shoot threes and won in the 3-point shooting era. Same shit with Giannis. Everybody talking about he can't shoot. This man went out there and won a chip without a jump shot. He can't shoot threes. So everybody keeps spinning the narrative and trying to create their own excuse inside everything or own reason to try to downgrade another player. Or why this player can't shoot like this player. Wish McCullough shoot such and such percentage. When the fuck you start giving a fuck about the percentage anyway? Did they win? That's all that matters. Did he win the game? Did he go somewhere with his talents? Did he affect the outcome of the game? The percentage don't always matter. It's impressive, and it helps out. Yes, in many cases. But the dude could go out there, chuck up a bunch of shots, miss a lot of them, and still be effective and win a game. Kobe did it. Kobe did it plenty of times.
Damn, bro, my dad gonna phone and you know,
You good, bro? You good?
phone done
Just like
closed on me,
I was
man.
bringing up. Huh? What'd you say?
Mm-hmm. Now I was saying my phone closed on me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm good
Yeah,
now
just
though,
like
bro.
and like I was saying about Bill Russell, like you're a perfect example of your effort and how you utilize your own talents means
Mm-hmm.
more than trying to fit in with the style of everybody else's play. That's what I hate about coaches. They keep trying to like a coach supposed to make the other team play their game. Like you're gonna adjust to us. You're gonna play our game. Not we're gonna adjust to you. Just because this coach is going small, oh, we gotta go small too. No, you don't do what they do, you do your thing. So that's why like a Bill Russell, he's a defensive player. That's his specialty. He's not really a scorer. He can score, but he's not. That's not his focus. His focus on defense, and he affects the outcome of the game with his talent. He utilizes his talents to his best abilities. You feel me? And he wins using his defense. So that's why I was saying about the when we won the chip with two rim protectors. We didn't have a big man step out there shoot the three.
Yeah.
Our centers was traditional big men. Look at Giannis. He don't have a jump shot. He went out there and he
Mm-hmm.
won a ring. That style of play is not, oh, you gotta play like this to win. Or you gotta
See, I
have a
still think.
three-point shooting point guard. You don't.
See, I still think you can like teams can win championship with a traditional big. Like that's just me personally. Like they still can go out and
Right.
produce. You know what I'm saying, and be effective because you're gonna need that long run because the game gets slower as the postseason. You know what I'm saying continues and stuff like that.
Right.
You know. You know. That's why I think like the Lakers they signing Marc Gasol was not the smartest idea. I mean, he's a traditional
I
big,
don't know
but
why they did that. Matter of fact, I
he's
do know
not a
why they did
serviceable
that. They did
big.
that for Paul Gasol.
I think they did that shit to damn. I guess they were trying to run a different type of offense,
You know, Paul Gasol
to
asked him to do it. Asked him to sign him.
Pau Gasol asked the Lakers to get him.
Yeah.
So Pau
LeBron ain't
Gasol
asked
was
for
in
him.
there.
Like when everybody kept saying, like, oh, why LeBron get him on the team? Why he asked for these players? LeBron didn't ask for Gasol. Gasol, brother, Paul Gasol got Mark down there and talked the Lakers into signing.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron didn't say like, no, he didn't object to it or nothing like that. But he didn't say, yeah, let's get Mark.
Right.
And it looked terrible, bro. I ain't never seen. And this is the crazy thing. He probably been playing like that. It's a microscope on you when you play for the Lakers because he probably
Yeah.
been playing like that. It just never, nobody ever really paid it no mind because he was on these low market teams.
Yeah, because he was in Toronto at first. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
before he came to the Lakers. But I
he
I
was
I,
no shot
I thought
blocker
he
or good defender in Toronto.
yeah, I think that's like the last little
He was
bit.
a
We
hit in
like,
Memphis.
oh boy, if we had that Memphis M.L.E, bruh, I'm telling you, the Lakers would won the championship, bro.
Well, he was a killer. He, he was shutting everything down.
Mm-hmm. He still
He
winning
was
damn
blocking
defensive player of
shots
the
and he
year from
could barely
Bron though.
jump.
Yeah.
He said, you say the defensive player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't supposed to
Was
got
that
that.
back in 2012, 2013?
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to got that. That's how you could tell Like people be talking about LeBron be controlling the media and stuff like that. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have won that Defensive Player of the Year if that was the case. Because, bro, there's no way in hell a player that's second team all defensive wins Defensive Player of the Year over a player that's first team all defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it never happened again since. That don't seem odd. So how the hell is he running the media if he couldn't even get them to vote for him to get that Defensive Player of the Year? Because anybody who know about basketball and know the history, that was supposed to happen. But you know what that does? That stopped LeBron from winning MVP and Defensive Player of the Year all in the same year, just like MJ did. If this dude ain't have the media against him the way he did, his career is already spectacular. But just imagine if these dudes wasn't so biased and going at him like that. Like they really stopped this man from winning Defensive Player of the Year to give it to a player that made the second team. Dude wasn't even first team all defensive. He got the second team. That never happened.
Yeah, for LeBron James, because the Heat was a really great defensive team, one of the best defensive teams in the league. I wouldn't say they was the best, but they one of the best teams. And I think LeBron,
Yeah,
he had really good numbers and stuff like that. Their
yeah, he brought it
defensive
up.
rating was really great. Like they really was a really good defensive team.
Yeah, he brought that shit up. He's like, he owe me a Defensive Player of the Year. We can talk about that when he get here. He brought that shit up. LeBron know what the fuck going on. Like, he know he got robbed deliberately. They know they purposely did that because of MJ. People don't know how
Because
much MJ is
LeBron won
protected.
uh LeBron won NBA Finals. He won he won MVP that year. NBA Finals, NBA Finals MVP, and the Olympics in 2012.
Right.
Like that shit was crazy, bro.
So he had all those awards along with a Defensive Player of the Year. That means he won every fucking thing that year, except for scoring
Right. That's
title and the,
spectacular as
the
fuck.
assist titles and shit. Matter of fact, did he get a? No, that ain't when he got the scoring title. He got the scoring title. He was still in Cleveland. But yeah, that'd have been a milestone, and that's more ammunition that they can't handle. So they shut that shit down early. That's some petty shit too.
Mm-hmm.
People think it ain't it's easy to deal with this type of stuff and go out there and be great. Like MJ and all them other greats, they didn't have to deal with this social media shit. That shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, bro.
All right.
What are y'all doing? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, but what you think about Stat Patton though, bro?
I think it's one of them narratives is that to really, ridicule LeBron James when honestly Stat Pattern been around for so long and stuff like that. Everybody loves their numbers. It comes with, just you know, trying to get the stat sheet up and stuff like that. I don't really have a problem with it, stat pad and stuff like that. As long as it's effective to win games and stuff like that, and you know,
I'm saying, they're going to stat pad regardless if they win or not. They're going to stat pad. So I'm saying,
yeah,
like, what's your overall feelings towards stat pad? Just overall.
overall.
Yeah.
I don't really have a problem. I think it's part of the game. I think it's
Right.
I don't really have a problem with it though. If that's my my honest opinion, like I don't have a
Yeah.
problem with players. Players gonna do what they want to do. Players, do as they please. I think
That's
that's what comes by being a professional athlete and stuff like that. They stat pad and fucking
Mm-hmm.
NFL and shit. Oh shit, I got somebody on me.
You playing
My
Call of
phone
Duty?
browse on this damn. Playing this Warzone.
I be playing that shit too. I got re-download that shit though.
Oh
Avengers
yeah,
be
shit. I
taking
got
up too
you. I
much
got you on a
space on my
friend
shit.
on my friend list, ain't it?
Yeah. We've been playing 2K. Didn't we play? Did we ever play against each other?
I don't think so. I, I don't think
I think we
so.
played
'Cause I can
Avengers
never.
or something.
We played something. I can't remember the.
I think we was playing Avengers. Don't you got Avengers?
I got Spider Man.
Oh shit. We might have been playing Call of Duty though.
Shit, man. We play tomorrow, man. If you're not busy, ain't got nothing going on, though.
Or
I was
Call of
playing with
Duty
some of my friends and stuff like that. Yeah.
or 2K.
Shit, Call of
I
Duty
got.
2K, it don't even matter.
I'm gonna re-download. I'm gonna delete this Persona 5 shit and re-download Call of Duty. I don't even like that
Yeah.
shit. That shit for real.
Mm-hmm.
Not Call of Duty. Persona 5. I don't
It's a
really
good
like it.
game.
Huh?
It's a good game, or
Yeah, it's a game called Persona 5. I ain't fuck with that shit. I'm gonna delete that shit. But yeah, I'm gonna re-download that shit.
mm-hmm.
But this is the thing, like, all right, stat pad, right?
Right.
It's players. People think stat padding just at the end of the game. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
Stat padding starts. Stat padding can start as soon as the ball, the tip off.
Right.
Dude know he averaged. Yeah, dude know he averaged certain amount of shots. So
Yeah,
all
because
right,
Westbrook is all the
I'm gonna
time.
make sure I take. All right, I'm gonna make sure I take 5 3-pointers. At least try to hit 3 of them to keep my percentage around 37, 38. So I'm like a little above average 3-point shooter. But I gotta make sure I maintain this. So every night I'm taking this 5 3-pointers. That's stat padding. They ain't even
Mm-hmm.
gotta be at the end of the game. Oh, shit, that's my daughter. Hold up.
All right.
Come on, Maya. Yeah. You get me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had
You ever
kids,
played Avengers
M.L.E.
though?
Yeah, I played with my brother-in-law. I know he got on his console.
Oh, all right.
Seemed like it was fun. I was watching him play it and shit though. 'Cause I don't really
I just ain't all right though. It's just you get tired of playing the same boards over and over, and they ain't come out with no new content for it yet. That's the only problem that game really got. But it's a
yeah.
fun
See,
game,
I
especially since they
bought
put
Spider Man not
Spider-Man
so
in it.
long ago, and I'm
Uh,
almost about to be finished with that shit. I just bought Spider-Man not too long ago. I'm almost finished with it, but I know there's always like some little side missions and shit or side activities.
Which one? Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles.
Yeah, that's the one I just got. I had it for like a month now. Yeah, I had it like a month now. But they got Spider-Man and Avengers. That's why I be playing that shit. Who we play tomorrow?
I think we got the Heat tomorrow, if I'm mistaken.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna be in
we
Miami.
definitely do. Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I think we play like 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
That's gonna be a scrappy game. I'm gonna go live for that shit too.
Bet,
Matter of
bet. I'm gonna
fact,
try to come through. I ain't got nothing going on tomorrow. I'm off, so
I'm gonna try broadcast. I'm gonna try to put it up. But if I can't put it up, I'm still go live. But I'm gonna try to put it up. I'm trying to figure out another way to like, even if I don't put it in the stream, I can just put my camera on it. Like if I go live and just turn my camera on, I could probably do it that way too. I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm definitely gonna go live. What time? You said the game like 6.
yeah, 6 p.m.
Who else played that game?
I gotta check and see who in. I ain't see the.
Can I come back?
I just seen the Lakers playing tomorrow. I got the Lakers app. They give me updates, notifications when we play and shit. And I'm a Laker fanatic, so
Yeah. Did y'all eat? No, they ain't eat. What y'all gonna eat? Here I come. Hey, bro.
yo,
I'm ready to shut this joint down. I'm gonna deal with my wife and them real quick. We
all right,
appreciate you
bro.
coming
Yeah, I know
through, my
you.
nigga.
Oh, anytime, bro. You know, you gotta
Yeah, man.
feed your
Anytime.
family,
I mean,
man.
stop
It's always
through.
good
You already
chopping up
know.
with you, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
no
I
doubt,
definitely
man. Keep
appreciate
cooking
it.
these niggas, man.
Hey, I'm about to oh yeah, I'm on. I'm ready to finish editing these videos right after I finish taking care of this. But I'm gonna download Call of Duty tonight. And I'm gonna
Oh, word,
definitely
shit.
go
If you
live
on,
when the
man,
game
stop
come
be
on.
on. Word,
Yeah.
word.
I'm definitely going live tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I know YouTube
Appreciate you,
don't really
yo.
like to sit out, you know, notifications and
The
shit, but I always,
notifications, yeah.
pop through. Yeah.
That's what the Blue Boat was just talking about. Like YouTube ain't sending out notifications, man. They taking watch hours from me and all types of shit.
Yeah, see, that shit pissed me off. I seen that shit, man, on your post. Like, man, they
Well,
gave that up
yeah,
to my
that's what
boy
I'm saying. Like
M.L.E, man.
they doing me dirty. But I got the that's why I'm like I don't really trip off her because I do the shit for fun. You feel me? But yeah, yo, you be safe, bro. I'm just chop it up
All
with
right,
you
homie.
tomorrow when I come through. Just pull up.
All right, bro, man. Be safe out here.
All right, you too.
All
Appreciate
right, man.
everybody for coming on. Appreciate everybody for coming through.
Yep, you already know, man. Peace.
Remember, I said I came down here to check niggas in the whole knot, especially you, son.